Share this.
God damn it.
Yeah. We in the building. Boom. So as y'all come in, y'all know the daily routine. Go ahead and drop a like, drop a comment, share this over to Instagram, get some other people involved in this conversation. As usual, we got Frosty McNasty in the building. How you doing, bro?
What's up? What's up? I am doing just fine. A little bit sleepy, but it's all good.
Good old Sunday for men.
Yeah, for real.
This our
Feel like
relaxed day.
a working man, getting
Yeah.
ready to get right back to it.
Yeah, and you just finished up that fritter, it looked like.
Yep. Finished that, chopped that down, got it hung up. And now
Oh,
next I got the back backyard room. I got to chop that down, hang that up tomorrow. So that's what I was just resting, getting
you
ready
you
for the.
you're gonna redo the same things again, right? You're gonna do another monocrop.
Yeah, monocrop in the back. It'll be gelati this
Okay.
time, and
In the big room.
apple fritter in the big one.
Okay, fritter in the big room.
Yep, run it
Gotcha.
again. Run these lines again. Make sure I add that drip clean. See if I can get through a whole run finally
Th-
without having to get on all fours and water at the end.
That's the first thing I'm going to do tomorrow is get me some drip clean before I flip my room into flower. I ain't even about to play myself.
Yeah, for real.
And
Cause
they
that
said
shit.
somebody was saying the other day just use like zero point 0.4 milliliters per gallon always. They said just always use it.
That's what I'm gonna do. Every reservoir, I'm just putting it in there.
Yep.
No ifs ands buts about it. And this time I'm gonna make sure I get that trellis on there sooner. So I still
Yep.
got some time though. These motherfuckers only about 10 inches, about 10 inches right now in little pots. But they're gonna blow up so quick, man. 2 weeks, they be fucking 3 feet tall, man. That shit crazy.
Yeah, once they get under that good lighting, that good environment, it's over.
It's over.
They gonna start
So I gotta
taking right
think
off.
quick.
What up,
Yeah, I gotta.
everybody in the chat? I see y'all. We got King Black 420 in the building, Gorilla Mo, Trey Cheese, Blade Ops. What up with you? Thank you, everybody, for joining as usual. Don't forget to share this over to some of the friends, get them involved in the conversation. Today, we'll talk about increasing flower quality and plant health. And of course, we'll dive into some other topics while we at it. It don't seem like we really got to wait today for people to come in because they came right in as soon as we started.
Oh yeah, cause I see we a little late. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're a
Little
little bit
late
late.
sometime. You
It'd
know,
be
we on
like
black
that.
folks' time, man. Get used to it. Shit.
Yep.
Uh,
Okay, so I think we should start with plant health. I know this one thing's for sure. As soon as you get your plants on the watering system, the plant health skyrockets.
yeah, yeah. That consistency, just like with life in general, consistency is key, man.
Yep.
If your plants get used to a consistent watering, they'll be fine. They'll thrive, should I say? They
Yeah.
will thrive, man.
They definitely thrive better on that watering system. I'm not saying hand watering don't work, but man, you miss one day and the plant health drops to the floor.
Remember, I did that one note and flip testing thing inside the
Yeah.
tent,
Yeah, I was looking at that.
and they're on the automatic watering now, and those plants are the healthiest, man. Just
Yeah.
so healthy, so happy, praying, frost galore, smell galore. The pots are not too heavy, just right. They're just
Mm-hmm.
getting exactly what they need, and that's what all things need. Like especially in that production room. Like
Mm-hmm.
man, I've been battling this shit for so long because I'm always missing one piece of the puzzle. So now
Mm.
I got all pieces to the puzzle for the watering system. I should kill it this next run.
Yep. I just
I
reloaded the
killed it this run too, but I had to get on all fours and water at the end because of those clogged lines. So now I
ugh.
shouldn't have to worry about that for the next one.
Yeah, I know that was torture. I just reset a room today that I just finished. That room just got reset. And the first thing I did before I even put the plants in was put the watering system up.
Instantly, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't even gonna play no games with it because I had to hand water that room last round because I didn't get it up in time. And by the time I was gonna do it, the ice cream cake started tilting and hanging over. So I had to put the net up, and then it's over. You ain't putting no watering
Yeah,
system in with the
sometimes just
net
be
up.
too much stuff to do, and you be like, man, I'm gonna go ahead and rock on out and finish it right.
Yep. I
Just
also
finish
found
it
that
up.
keeping a simple recipe helps to keep your plants healthy too. Whenever I did too much and wanted to add this and try that, the plants were never as healthy as when I just gave them the basics.
Yeah, they get used to the basics. I don't think the plant need too much. I think people using all the products just to feed the like more like a living soil thing. That keeps on needing products because you got to feed stuff that's alive inside of it. But us, like
Yep.
it's kind of a this soil's done. It's out of the house. It's done. You know what I
Yep.
mean? We're trying to make it happy for these 60 days plus veg, and that's it. We're not
Yep.
trying to make this thing get a good root going for home. Like trying to stay with the motherfucker. We're not trying to marry the plant. We're just trying to have some fun with it for a meantime and move on.
Yep, they treat a lot of indoor plants like outdoor plants, where you got to build a microbe colony, and if you ain't in the super soil or something, none of that's going to be necessary. They're not even going to have time to do all of that. They're going to be out the door long before that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Um,
So.
that's what I battled at first. Like I would like to get all these products
Mm-hmm.
and then just try this and try this. Oh, this is great. This is great. And then I stop. I don't see any results, and I'm like, yeah, you can't see the results because it takes time for it to benefit you. It's meant for the outdoor run when you got 6 months of growth. You know what I
Yes.
mean? You starting in May sometime, then you building it up all through May, June, July, then August hit and it's flower time. Now it's going to benefit from it because you used all those products over the course of those 3 months before.
Yes. So you got a
So
chance
it's
to
like,
really build that root system.
yeah, and inside you're doing what, a month of veg?
Yep.
You know what I mean? You got a month of veg, and that's just getting everything situated. So it really don't need too much but the basics. And then when
Yep.
it go in the flower, you just keep the basics going and knock it out. It's done.
Yep. If you
Floorflex,
want to,
Floorflex been great, man.
yeah, that first round, that last round I just finished was my first run with Floor Flex. It did amazing.
I would say I ain't gonna change it right now because man, these flowers looking beautiful, bro.
Yeah,
Beautiful. I don't
and
know if you seen
it's
my story or not, but shit is beautiful.
yeah. If y'all haven't seen it over on Instagram, y'all make sure y'all get over to Frosty McNasty on Instagram and check out that latest post that he got. Man, that
That
fritter
that
looked crazy.
that shit look great.
Yeah, and those were healthy throughout the whole thing, man. From the beginning, I knew that round was gonna knock it out the park because the plant health was crazy. Every time you open
Hmm.
that door, it was just like, man, those plants love that room.
Yeah, they love that room. So I gotta do that shit again.
Yep. Did you
Keep
wind
that.
up getting your fans in there?
Oh yeah, I got a Schaefer fan. I had got one Schaefer fan at the opposite end of the dehumidifier, just to really move that humidity from that side, and it works.
Okay.
And I put a little another dehumidifier over in that corner also, and that really helped out a lot. Even though that one's kind of like on his last leg, but it still helped out. You know,
Okay. Do you think it could have worked without the dehu, or you think you needed that in company with the fan?
I definitely needed another dehu.
Okay. Yeah, I
It's
know those plants got to perspire something crazy as big as they were.
Yeah, and I wasn't doing any leaf stripping either, so that kind of fucked me over.
Yup.
Yeah,
Yep.
this time
How's
I'll
the?
try to do some more leaf stripping though.
Did they
I'll
fill out the
try.
pots better this round?
Um, as far as what, like the roots?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, in King's Mix they do good. They get around, but still, I'm still noticing that in those 5 gallon pots, no matter what you kind of put in there, that plant's got to be like huge by the, for that pot to fill out with roots.
Oh yeah, it's gonna take a real decent veg time.
Yeah, man. So I've been using 5 gallon pots for so long. It's kind of hard to break it because I don't want like to suffer on the yield at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what to do right now. I'm at a crossroads. I don't know if I should go down to 3 gallons in that room and keep the same amount of plants, or I don't know. I just don't know right now.
I
But it
always
didn't fill it. It didn't fill out the. It didn't fill out all the pot like how I would like to see it. You
mm-hmm.
know? It just didn't
I
do it.
used to always hear the bigger the roots, the bigger the fruits, and then I seen Rockwool runs, and it changed my entire thinking on that.
Exactly.
Yeah, once I seen what the plants did in Rockwool, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, man, I thought they said the bigger the roots, the bigger the fruits.
It seemed like all these myths, people just be saying shit that sound good, but in reality, I'm starting to think that the more you just give your plants, you pump them up with nutrients, they're gonna pump up no matter what they're in. You just
Yeah,
got to feed them right, feed them at them right times.
yep. If you in a
So
smaller
I
pot,
might
just
try
feed them
to,
more often,
yeah, I might try the 3 gallon if I can get some trellis support for them, because you know these plants get big, and I don't want them to dry out and tip over or anything. And
and that's
I just
exactly
really
what's
got to
gonna
get that
happen.
support. Yeah, we got to
That's
figure
ex-
out a support system. I might bring those rolling tables back in and just attach something to those. I don't
oh
know.
yeah,
I got about a week to figure it out.
yep. You definitely gonna need something in them 3 gallons though. I noticed that too. As soon as I downsized my pot size, it was much easier to keep the plants healthy.
It was easy.
As long as they got water, they fill out that pot in 2 weeks, if that.
Yeah, yeah, and
Eh,
that'd be fine.
Yep.
You know, so that's what
Sometimes
I'm
it's an
thinking.
issue because if you don't keep them watered and you like miss one or something happens, that root ball hardens and water will just hit the top and run right off the side. So you got to make sure that those are on the watering system and are getting consistent watering
Okay.
because they'll dry out and it'll contract and it'll get real dense. And then afterwards, it takes a while for them to start being able to soak up water again
Yeah. And that's the
because
thing
it'll.
about those 5 gallons. It's like, is it good for the roots to have that space that it could actually run around in, or what? You know what I
I
mean?
don't
Like
even
if
know
you
if they
put,
still moving in flower.
that's what I was thinking also, because in veg they're moving like crazy.
Yep.
But like, okay, say you outside, right, and you got plants in a bed. That bed never fills up with roots.
Ever.
It never does.
Never.
But the plant does get bigger and healthier.
Yep.
So maybe I'll stick with 5 gallons. I don't know,
Yeah.
because it's kind of like a mini bed for each plant. You know what I mean? They're not
Yep.
filling it all up with roots. They got some cushion to move around if they needed to.
I,
I don't know. Like I said, I'm at a crossroad.
I think the main thing about the bigger pots is people overwater in the bigger pots
Too much water here.
way too much because they assume that the root ball definitely filled out this entire thing and you're going to want to adjust your feedings to a pot that big. But if they didn't fill out that entire thing, they're getting way too much water
I'm gonna look that up though. Do cannabis roots still grow
and
in
flour
flower?
because I'm not sure. I thought they really stopped in veg. Maybe the first couple weeks of flour.
I know for sure that first 3 weeks
Oh yeah, yeah. The
that
first three
is
weeks, I'm
growing
thinking
like
they still
crazy.
going.
And the thing about the internet is so many people got opinions. The growth of root occurs mainly during the vegetative state. Throughout the vegetative stage of a plant, the roots will grow as much as they can and develop a lot of secondary roots and capillaries so that the flowering stage, they can focus on absorbing nutrients and producing big buds. So that's where I'm messing up at there. I need
So,
to just make sure that in veg, I'm getting a lot of drybacks in the pot that I'm going to flower in.
mm,
You see what I'm saying? You know, how a lot of people like say we'll go to a 1 gallon and then we'll veg it out for a long time in that. And then when we flip to the 3 or the 5, we only give it about a week or 10 days to fill that out. And that's
mm-hmm.
not enough.
Nope, they need more
That's
time
not enough at all. They need more time in the bigger pots and whatever you're
or
using.
more drybacks.
When the roots are growing, it is important to take extra care when watering. The roots are always looking for water in the substrate. If the substrate is too wet, the roots won't grow as they need. We know that.
Hmm.
So
Yep. So they're saying just it needs more time in veg.
manual goes down. So basically, in veg, that's when your plants are growing the roots. That's when the
Yeah,
roots are growing. When it hits flower, they pretty much just chill out and focus on growing
they just
and
use the
soaking
roots
up
to eat with.
nutrients.
Yeah,
Yep.
they use the
Yep.
roots to eat with at that point. So veg
That's
is
it.
building up the appetite, and then
I'm
in
glad I
flower
looked
is
that
when they
up.
start eating.
Yeah, I'm glad I looked that up. Now I could put them in a bigger pot and let them veg and let them veg in that bigger those roots everywhere.
You
That's
gonna
what
let
I'm
them
doing
veg
with them.
in the 5 gallons?
Yeah, that's
Yep.
what I'm gonna do.
Because I
I'm
seen Wolverine, I seen his roots in his, and I'm like,
gonna,
God damn! For a 5 gallon pot, his root mass be massive.
yeah, sorry about that. But don't you hate when somebody call you, decline, and they call right back? You're like,
Oh, that get
damn,
on
why
my
you?
nerves. Somebody just did that to me like 10 seconds ago.
Obviously. But what you were
Apparently, I'm
saying about
busy.
the roots?
Yeah, I seen Wolverine grower. His 5 gallon root balls be crazy, but he's also vegging 42 days.
Yeah, and he probably vegging in that big ass pot for that time.
Yep, I think.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I can't tell
Like moving it
when he's
around, like
transplanting.
putting a circle. See, nobody says that. Nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about
Nope.
exactly when they do something. They just show the results and be like, "Yeah, this is that." It's
Yeah.
misleading.
Well, how long did that take?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the thing they
And
don't say.
are you
How long
counting
did it take
veg?
to get
Are
like
you
that?
counting veg when you get? And sometimes are you counting veg when you finally get into your final pot? Then you starting veg?
Yeah, who knows? I never counted veg days, so I never knew how long anything really veg because there's always something vegging. There's always something in the clone dome. There's always something that just came out of the clone dome. So I never knew how to really count it.
Yeah, I don't count it.
Yeah, some people be like, hey, week whatever of veg. I'd be like, I have no idea how long I veg for. However
Yeah, that
long it
shit's
takes
just
for
veg until
that
it's
round
ready.
to finish and come out and for these to replace it. That's how that's how long they veg for.
For real. For real.
Yep. So I guess we can
Cannabis
move on
liquid.
to the flower quality.
Oh yeah. Nutrients, it's everything, man. Everything.
Oh
It's
yeah.
basically you have to really just dial in everything. If you up one something else, then you gotta focus on something else. Like if you have just like if you got a lot of vegetation like I have, I got a lot of vegetation in my rooms. I gotta up the dehumidification. You got to
Mm-hmm.
keep it on point. You got to keep it on point with what the plant needs, and then the flower quality is going to be there. This flower quality, I don't know where it came from. I want to say it's half nutrients and I mean mostly genetics and the rest of it nutrients. I
Mm-hmm.
can say that this round is better than the last round I grew of apple fritter.
Oh, so you think they
It's
pretty
much
much on
better.
par with each other? Oh, it's much better.
It's much better. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's much better. I had 12 plants last time with some other plants in the room, and it grew great. You know, everything was cool, but this one just took it to another level.
Yeah,
It's
they knocked it
monocrop.
out the park.
So I don't know if that's I don't know. That was different soil. It
What
was
was what was the
different
temperatures like?
lights. My temps usually 84, 65,
Okay.
around there. Anywhere
All
from 81 to 84 to 60 to 70.
that's all throughout flower.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
Okay. I always
At
noticed
the
the
end, I
hotter I
turned
keep
it.
it.
At the end, I turned it down to about 75.
Okay, that's what I was about to say. I noticed the hotter I keep it towards the end of flower, the leafier they come out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they
Yeah.
I don't know why it's like that, but they don't get as dense. I noticed too.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you I think even outdoor when they really start to dense up is when the season's cooling off.
When it cool down, when you
Yep.
start getting them cloudy days.
Yep. That's
But
when they really
I
start
try
to
to
dense
always
up.
do that. Except for this last room, the one in the back. I can't. I could do something, but I don't. I just leave it alone. And that
Mm-hmm.
room always just takes care of itself. It's always dense. It's always color. It's like I just don't do nothing with that room. I don't know. It's like a magic room back there. Like
Hey,
I
some
just set
things
it. I set it and really just fucking forget it. Just let it do its thing.
and you got it on the watering system, so it ain't like as much you got to do. And then once the nets is up, you ain't really moving around there anyway.
Yep, that's it.
You could just
And
walk
I
in and
gotta.
look.
I love it. I love opening the door and just keeping a sharp eye,
Mm-hmm.
looking if I see anything. And ain't no reason to really walk all through there.
Yep.
Nothing's popping. It's just getting bigger, heavier, moving around. What you
I
think
noticed.
about
No, go
go
ahead.
ahead. What you think about the flower quality? You notice any difference with the nutrients you use or anything?
Hmm. Not really. I never noticed using a different nutrient gave me a different quality. It's
Okay.
always been the same for me. The main things that determine the quality for me, of course, genetics. Genetics always determine quality, and environment,
Yeah.
and letting the plants dry out. I noticed whenever I accidentally let the plants get way too dry and they like wilt, not wilt, but like hang over from getting too dry, the
Yeah.
flower quality always suffers.
Yeah. You can't let your flowers get dry and flower, man. Like when
No.
when you pass week five throughout the rest, don't do it. It will suffer because
Yes.
those leaves will wilt and they won't come back.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I had one plant like that in there when the watering system went down. Because when the watering system goes down, you learn about it the wrong way.
Oh yeah.
You just look around, be like, "Damn, what's that over there?" You go over
Yeah.
there, like, "Oh shit, ain't nothing coming out." Like, "Oh man, I'm fucked up,"
Yep.
So that's the problem.
I noticed they'll start to throw more red hairs earlier, and that's a sign that they're probably not going to swell up too much, and it also doesn't look as good on the finished product.
Yeah. Mike Ross says they've been saying bigger the roots, bigger the fruit since the '60s. Things done changed since. Laugh out loud.
I think
Um,
so.
Well, I wouldn't say it changed. Bigger the roots, bigger the fruits. But the thing about the bigger the roots is the mass of the roots. Like
Yeah.
how strong are the roots? That's basically what we're saying. Like, is your roots strong? You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
even if in the rock wool, now they're doing what to get the roots more room? They're putting those extra pads at the bottom of the rock wool so the roots can continue to grow in them.
Yep.
Obviously, the bigger the roots, you know what I mean, it's from that. So we're not saying that's the bad thing. The bigger the roots, bigger the fruit. That's pretty much it. But it's like the stronger the roots.
Yes. And it really depends on your pot size. So if in the pot that you are using, the roots fill out the entire thing, I guess yeah, the bigger the roots, the bigger would be the fruits.
Yeah,
It
because you
it
fill it
just
all
varies
out.
based on pot size.
But then when you're filling it all out, what are you doing more now?
Yeah, you feed
Now you
more.
now you feed it more.
Yep.
So is the bigger this nutrient regimen, bigger the roots? You know what I mean? If everything is going up, then it's going to be a bigger yield. If
Definitely.
everything's going up, if you're pumping it more, if you're giving it more frequent waterings, more nutrients, you know what I mean? I heard um I heard the best way to do it is really automatic system, but you stack in your waterings. So you stack it throughout the day, and
Okay.
then you dry them back, but you stacking it. You know what I mean by stacking it? Like you giving it a little bit of water, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more until it's finally coming out the bottom. Then you stop, dry back, and then
They let it dry back
doing that,
overnight.
yeah,
Okay.
doing that every day is like supposed to be the most beneficial to the plant.
Yeah. I would see why.
Yeah, that
But
that sounds great.
they're getting a lot more feedings a day.
Yeah, and that way you could get your EC up kind of high. But what's the dude? Somebody told me, Alex from Athena, he was telling me that every 10 days he'll go ahead and heavy flush it with the nutrient solution that he wants it at, like the ppm or EC that he wants it at,
Hmm.
so it can go back down. You
Oh
know what I mean?
yeah,
So he'll
that'll definitely work.
stack it up over time, over this week. He stack it up, it's getting higher and higher, and then he'll flush it back down to get to the proper EC that he wants that, and then he'll start that over again. So it's kind of scientific, but it's kind of it makes a lot of sense to where you can really pump your plants up to be the best they could be by stacking it like that.
Yeah, but I know after you flush them with whatever the nutrient that you want to use for that EC, the drybacks might not come back on time. Like certain plants might dry back from that flush better than other plants will.
Yeah, that's true. That's
It's
true.
kind of like flushing at the end of flower. Like if once you start flushing, every plant's not going to dry back at the same time. So you have to
Not
go
at
back
all.
and give a few of them a little bit of water to last to the next day when everything needs water. And some of them might
Yeah.
not need water for a couple days.
So when is that ever really? Is that an option for a home grower to do something like that?
Mm, yeah, yeah. It'd probably be
Is
a
that
little
is
bit
that an
easier
option
for
for
somebody
people
in a
like?
smaller grower.
Yeah, but for me, that's not really.
Yeah, no.
I
It'll
wouldn't do
throw
it.
everything off of you.
I would do it a couple, like feed it a couple times if everything is cool. But I couldn't feed it like that in a 5 gallon. Like if I had the 3 gallon and I knew the root ball was big in there, then
Hmm.
I would do something like that. And that's when you do it. You know what I mean? You do it when you got a smaller pot or some rock wool or something, because you
Yep.
know it's going to suck that water up. Each time it's going to suck that water up. So if you're confident about that, then you're fine. But in these 5 gallons, I'm not confident about that. So maybe I do need to go down to 3 gallons and give it a try.
Yeah.
So I
I
think
don't
I'll
think
try that out.
I don't think you're gonna see a difference
And like the
in
size of the
from the
plants and
in the
shit.
three, yeah, from a 3 to a 5 because they might only be filling out 3 or 4 gallons of the medium anyway.
That's true. Because when I was doing it, it was a lot of unused soil. It was a
Yeah.
lot of unused. Yeah.
Like I couldn't reuse my soil if I wanted to. It's just all roots.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just all roots. So there's a lot of thing that goes into increasing the quality. Temperature, I think, is major on it. Don't have your temps too hot towards the end of flower. CO2, too much CO2, I heard in the last couple of weeks will make leafier buds.
Yeah. My CO2 pretty much dries up around week 6, week 7. So then I just just leave it alone. Don't add anymore.
Yeah, just let it ride out from there.
Yeah. What about, what was I gonna say? What about the temperature gun? You got a temperature gun on your LEDs? You checking the leaf temps or what?
Nope, never have.
Why not?
I probably should. I just never have. I don't know why I never have. I just didn't.
I just still don't understand the difference. I just don't understand the difference still. Like,
I'm assuming that the room temperature is going to be roughly what the leaf temperature is going to be. It's not like I got the thermostat sitting so far away from the plants that the temperature where I got it taking the reading at is going to be much different than what the leaf is.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, what my probe is right there on the plant,
That's what I'm saying. Or it's a
and
few
then
inches
it's
away from it and it's same temperature.
yeah. I don't understand because I thought plants I thought the cannabis likes to grow between 75 and 78 degrees. It's 82 degrees. I thought that was his sweet spot. But now with LEDs, we running them higher, 84, 85, 86. But I'm not
Hmm.
really seeing the reasoning behind it. If your room is that hot, then your leaf temp should be around that hot also.
Yeah, maybe a
So is that
degree
too
off or
much heat?
something.
Yeah. I know they perspire, so they letting off a little cooler temps, but I don't know, man. I just don't understand it. I never have.
I never got it neither. I'm
So now I
assuming.
just like 81, 82, 83. I just be like, that's cool. And
Yep.
now I've been seeing it. They've been fine like that.
They say the thing with LED is because they don't put off as much intensity as like a double-ended would, that
But
the
these
leaf
LEDs are
temper.
hot though. The
Yeah,
ones
they
we
are.
use,
Yeah, they're
they
definitely.
not. Yeah, you can't run that shit. Like I can't run my room with a 12,000 BTU or nothing. I got damn near 3 ton in there still.
Yeah, they definitely still give off some heat, and you never want the plants that close to where they're getting too much heat from them LEDs anyway. They're gonna
Hmm.
suffer from that. That's a
Yeah.
lot of light coming off of those LEDs, and it's completely different than the double endeds. Like the double endeds are bright, they do throw off a lot of light. But if you haven't got a LED yet, like a HLG or something, then you won't even understand what we talking about.
What would be the reason for like buying a Lux light? Because I've been looking at Lux and I like how they are and I've seen great results with them. But I don't know if the results would be better than the LED or worse.
The Lux double ended
Yeah,
seems like a Gavita to me.
seems like it.
What's the difference?
I don't know. It's just like a different style. Basically, you can just get them all the way up to the roof. They're
I thought you
flat.
could do that with. Oh, okay. So the ballast sits flat on it.
Yeah. And it's
Oh, okay.
supposed to be like, some special sort of lighting that they got going on, and it's great. And a lot of big growers use deluxe, and they had good problems,
Because they seen
good
Jungle Boys
progress
use
with
it.
them. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. If Jungle Boys do it, it's guaranteed to work.
So
I
you
had
still
the
with LEDs work better?
Yeah, hell yeah. And I had I had one Gavita and I
Uh
had
huh.
3 Yield Lab double endeds. There was no difference between the two other than the name that was on the ballast.
Yeah, exactly.
There
The
was no
Phantom.
different.
Yeah, because I had Phantom and a Gavita, and it was same shit.
So I'm taking it Lux is probably the same thing as both of those. They just got a different name on it. It's just like the
Yeah.
Gavita LED. Do you know how many lights are styled the exact same way as the Gavita LED? I think the Mango Tech light is like damn near the exact same thing as the Gavita LED.
Yeah, that Think Grow LED.
Yeah, I think that's the name of it.
All those things are the same, man. Everybody
They're all the
just
same.
added more diodes or whatever. But if the watts are the same, then that diode is still being pushed to the light of the ballast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's only going to give out that much power. It's not going to be any different.
No, it just one just might have a better spread than the other. This person might have added a little bit more far red. This person might have added a little bit more whites or blues, or it's the same damn light.
Same shit.
Same shit.
Same
So
shit.
that's what I'm thinking with the Lux. It's probably the exact same thing as a Gavita. It just I don't know. And for it to be flat, it's not like anybody puts their Gavitas all the way up on the ceiling anyway. And if that's what you have to do, you probably shouldn't even be using Gavitas.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, if you got to put them all the way up there, you don't even want to be using Gavitas.
I,
The Jungle Boys don't have Gavitas that sit up by the ceiling.
I seen someone's room the other day. He had his double ended about 18 inches away from the top of it. They was slammed down on him. And I'm like,
Oh
damn, you got them like that? He was like, yeah, they love it. I guess he worked
shit.
his way up to them liking it like that. He didn't have no burn or nothing. It was weird to look at. I'm like, damn. And then, but I had Gavitas before in an 8 foot ceiling, and that shit handled it. I mean, the plants they took it in. They took it in.
Yeah,
So
when I was
it could
using them,
happen.
they couldn't get too close. Those things are hot.
They hot, but
Those things are
you
hot.
gotta have that AC power.
Oh yeah, definite.
Hella fans, and then that heat won't really fuck with them like that. They just be
And then
getting
they
all
grow
that.
into the fans and winded up burned. And then the corner plants don't get as much as the center because now the center grew up so big that the ones on the corner ain't gonna get no more lighted. And I like to just try to keep a flat, even canopy straight across. That's the best way you're gonna do it. Try to have all your plants the same height.
I agree.
Because when the middle gets too big, the corners won't get no light.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Totally agree.
and
That's why I like monocrop, man. Monocrop, yeah, pretty much it's gonna be the same shit.
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. The one tray I did of all platinum Girl Scout cookie, that was the
Uh
best
huh.
tray. That was the best tray to trim. It was just amazing. Just hang right, same
Yeah,
thing, same thing, same thing. It beautiful. I definitely want to start monocropping. I think that helps increase plant quality too, because every plant's not gonna want the same thing.
that's what I said. At monocrop, the plants just act better. It's like they went there with their homies.
Yep,
They in
they
there
know
with all their kinfolk. What's up, man? Let's get it popping. It's
who said.
crazy to think like that, but it's probably true, man.
Oh yeah,
Mixing all them plants, mixing all them plants, be throwing them off.
yep. And I got it's crazy because right now I got a whole tray of the East Coast sours. They're all the exact same size.
Oh, perfect.
Exact same size. I'm like, if I'd have did a whole room of this, it'd be beautiful because the tray next to it is a tray full of Polly Shore, and they're way bigger.
Did you
But
run that yet? The East Coast sour?
yeah, I just finished it last round.
How is it?
It's gas.
It's sour?
Yeah, it
Okay.
seems like there's a little OG to it though.
More OG to it. That's what
Uh,
that's what most of sour is now. It's like a sour OG cross.
yeah. This one definitely got some OG, and the Karma Sour Diesel was gassy too, but it definitely got some OG to it too.
Okay. How's the
But they
yield? Yield was all right.
Yeah, the yield on the East Coast sour is crazy. That one gets it branches out a lot. It doesn't get that tall, but it
Yeah.
gives so many tops that it makes up for it.
Okay.
Even the platinum
Okay.
cookies yielded good. I can't even lie. For it to have stayed so short, I was surprised because everything top to bottom was keepable, dense,
That's what I
nice,
was
and I didn't
telling
even
you.
leaf
Like,
strip it.
don't make your decision yet about that height shit. Because if they swollen and you get your yield, man, that's cool.
Yeah, they still did their thing,
So you keeping it.
probably
Yeah.
because it's fire. It's fire too, so it's definitely worth it. And I
Okay.
think that room might have been a little cold in the beginning of it. So it may have not stretched the way that it actually could have had I had that room a little bit warmer. But I didn't get that under control until after the first 3 weeks.
Got you.
So it could also be my fault that day. But the quality is amazing.
Hell yeah.
So that's like the second or third copycat strain that I got that actually did a lot better. The first times they didn't do good, and it might have been my fault. Might not have even had nothing to do with his genetics. Some of them
Well,
just weren't good because they weren't good. But now that I'm rerunning some of them, they actually did way better this time.
and that's how you know that you becoming a good grower by running it multiple times. Like when I had a
Yeah.
strain that I didn't like one time, I kept it. I had to run it in three different conditions. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like
Yep.
I ran it outside. Like the runt strain I had, fire, 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 fire. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't like this run the first time. I didn't like it. I was like, this shit is junk. It's too finicky. It's giving me vibes that is not fucking with my program. The
Mm-hmm.
next time I ran it was outside. Beautiful. I'm talking about the outside looked it great. Like it
It
was
did.
beautiful the whole way through. Just fire. I brought it back in for the Cocoa run. It was fire, but it wasn't beautiful. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
I just cut it off. I just cut it off. That's three times you're out. I can't figure you out. I'm sorry. Oh well.
Yeah, I'm not
Fire or
gonna keep
not, you
wasting
gotta
time
go.
with it. Yeah, I won't keep
Exactly.
wasting time with it.
Gotta go. So it's always good to run your strains a couple times because we try stuff all the time and they might not like to try nothing. They might like the same shit that they came with. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
so.
So I'm actually glad that I kept clones off that original run that I did that I didn't like, but I had already cut clones and they had already rooted. So when I started the next room, I put them in there and they performed way better.
That's great. Glad to hear
Way
that,
better.
man.
Yep.
Glad
Even
to
the
hear
ice
that.
cream
Cause
cake.
throwing away a good strain sucks, man. You be like,
Oh
damn,
man.
that
That's why I
sucks.
always keep clones. I take clones first. Once they root, the room gets flipped. So I make sure that I already got it.
I gotta
Cause
take
you
so much fucking clones, man.
me too. And
I'm
I'm not
talking
looking
about
forward to that.
so many clones. I'm looking
Yep.
forward to it. I just don't have the space. I'm waiting on space.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Yeah.
Right. What you got to wait to load a room up before you can clear some space out to transplant and then to be able to cut more clones to fill in for yeah, it's the worst.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a never ending cycle.
Yeah.
See, but you got the oxy cloner or turbo cloner, right?
Yeah. So they could sit in there for a while. I
And
could
that
I
thing
could
don't
take
take
I
up a
could
lot of
take
space
cuts
either.
now. Nah, not at all. I could take cuts now and they could stay in there for 3 weeks if I wanted them to.
Yeah,
And with
compared to
no
having a
problems,
bunch of
just on
domes.
straight water. Yeah. So
Because those racks and domes take up a lot of space.
that takes up a lot. Takes up a lot of space. But if you know what you're doing, it's kind of better because you're getting a stability already of whatever you putting it in,
Hmm.
and that stability is kind of cool. But
But
with the cloner, you guys got roots. You just pack your roots in, or pack the dirt around your roots. You be fine.
yep, good to go. That's good
That's
for
it.
if you're doing hydroponics like RDWC or something. It's a must.
Yes, it's
And it's
perfect
the
for
only
that.
thing I don't like about RDWC is the fact that you got to take them out of that to put them into the system and they have to veg in the system.
Yeah,
And you can't move that system over to another room.
yeah. Once they get that certain size, that root ball is just too big to move.
Yeah, so it's done right then and there. So you gotta veg in the room you flowering.
Yeah, I'm old school. I like to pick my pots up and move them, transport them. I can drive across the city and all kind of shit. You know what I mean? I
Yep,
like it like that.
yep. They stuck in those.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you seen better quality from growing different ways? Like Did you think that the soil gave better quality that you used outdoor? Do you think that the different soils you use gave you better quality?
King's Mix. I never had a bad run with King's Mix. Never. I had a
Oh,
bad run with Big
okay.
Root soil.
Hmm.
Um, I had a bad run with cocoa, as you know. Too
Hmm.
much. It was too much cocoa, so I can't really blame it. Like I can't really blame that on the cocoa, but I think the quality just comes from I don't know, man. It's just on your style. Like me, I like food in my shit, so I can put it in there, give it some water, and don't have to worry about it to the next dry back. You know what I mean? I just
Yep.
like that. I like that buffer. I like having a buffer between me and the plant. Like the plant roots are touching the soil first. That soil should be nice and inviting to the plant
Definite.
before I even have to add anything. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like the soil's wet enough, I could plant, put the soil in there, and come back and water it the next day.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Because
If
you
I
don't want
wanted to.
that dry ass soil that as soon as you get it, you gotta add some moisture to it.
Yeah. So
Yep.
it's like I
Have you
don't
ever
know.
used like Happy Frog or any of those?
Oh yeah, I started with that.
Okay.
Too
What'd
many
you think about
bugs.
those? Oh yeah.
Too many bugs, man. I don't know. It's too natural. It's too natural. It just got too much. I seen too many issues with that soil, man. I don't know. I don't know if it was a. I just blame it on the soil.
Yep.
Outdoor is perfect. It's perfect for outside. You know what I mean? It's an
Definite.
outside soil. I use it outside for sure. Fox
Yep.
Farm, I use that outside in the greenhouse. That's fine. It's cheap. It works. You know what I
Th-
mean? But inside, if I every time I brought it inside, I had mites, I had thrips, I had something. It's like, damn,
Yeah, they just bringing the bugs right in there with you.
yeah, yeah.
Yep. I used
I can't prove that. I can't prove it, but every time I did it, that was my issues.
but you're not the only person who said it. Almost everyone who ever used that always said the same thing.
Yeah. So keep
Uh,
that shit outside.
Subcool used to say it all of the time that he knows that the fungus gnats and everything they're coming in with the soil. It's from
Hell
being
yeah.
in the hydro store. So many growers who don't give a shit. They're coming in, they're touching bags of this. They want to pick this product. They just dropping bugs off and they're going for the first organic material they can find. And that organic material is going to be in those soils.
Yeah, I went to the store the other day and just seeing the guy out there buying some domes for some cuts or whatever. A white guy, skinny, with his grow clothes on. You know what I mean? He just come get
Hmm.
some domes. And I go in there, let me get some neem oil and some sticky shit to And they give it to me. And he's like, "What you battling?" I'm like, "Oh, nothing, just preventative." He was like, "Oh, I got russets, man. I took like 20 steps away from this." I'm
Man,
like, "Man, I'm not sure. You shouldn't be around
you,
here."
you should be
You know what I mean?
quarantining,
Like,
man. Like,
you
yeah,
should be
go.
quarantined. That's COVID for the plants, man.
Yeah, man. You got
Damn.
14-day quarantine if you got those.
He said that. I'm like, whew.
Yo, I'm
Like,
still
man.
wondering where the russets and broad mites even came from. It was just like out of nowhere 2 or 3 years ago. They just popped up and started devastating guard. That's another thing right there. Having
I'm
bugs or
scared of that,
pests in your
man.
room, that is going to destroy the quality of your buds.
I'm scared of that shit.
I'm
It's like
terrified.
it's like mites now. When I see them, I could get rid of them.
Hmm.
Like I'm not even worried about them no more. Like if I see them, I can get rid of them. It's okay. And I
Yep.
don't see them often anymore because I'm just being cleaner now. You know what I mean? And that's what it takes. Like a lot of these growers are dirty people to begin with,
Oh yeah.
and they just really get dirty in the dirt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And then
saying?
add dirt into the mix and you just breeding bugs.
Yep.
Yep.
Hell yeah, man.
If you
I
got
done seen
leaves
some
on your
shit out here,
floor,
man.
if you got dirt on your floor, that is a breeding zone for bugs.
I
There's
done
a
seen
channel,
some
I think it's
shit.
Heroes of the Farm. They be
Uh huh.
posting they be posting pictures of like people who have bug problems that make my skin crawl.
Dang. Oh, zeros at the farm? Yeah.
Yeah,
When they be
yeah.
doing that? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bruh. I'll be like, who the hell? Shit.
It's
I've seen
crazy,
some of the
man.
worst bug infestations, worst mite infestations. Man.
See,
And russets are so hard because you can't see them.
my worst mite infestation was only on one plant.
I let them have that plant.
I I never came into a room and like, oh shit, they're everywhere. Like, no, I only seen it on one plant, and it's like y'all can have that plant.
just
Let me
take it.
get 2 more weeks, please. Just let me get 2 more weeks, because that's when it always comes at that last couple
Oh,
weeks. Then you start seeing shit. It's like, oh man,
and it's nothing you can do
but
about it.
nothing you can really do, man. You can spray something organically or whatever, but you're gonna end up doing that every other day. So
Yep.
what I learned is just if I see that plant, I'll try to move the other plants away from it, and
Yep.
then just kind of let them have that.
Yeah, they can go to town on that one, and I'll just
And
throw it
that's
away at the end. But if y'all gonna build your colony on that plant, yeah, I'm gonna just leave you on that plant.
yeah, you can have that one.
Yeah,
Suck
take
that
it.
one dry, and hopefully it'll be done by the time I'm out of here.
Yep. So yeah,
Yeah, as
having
far as
pest and problems like that during flower, that'll destroy your quality.
hell yeah, I
You know,
I what I want to say, this breeding shit is kind of it's not easy.
hell no.
I ain't gonna lie. I know it's coming out of the nowhere, but playing with that pollen, man. I went
Hmm.
into the room with the and I pulled the mail out. Oh my god, man! By the time
Just
I got home, I had a sneeze attack for like 2 hours.
that
It
pollen's
was just
no joke.
it's no fucking joke. I learned my lesson, man. I went in there today with a full face respirator mask
Yeah.
and everything, man. It was like shit. That shit is no joke. That pollen is crazy.
You got to see what just THC alone does to like your skin or shit, man. It's nothing to play with. I can't imagine what the pollen does to you. Like, and it is it's so much of it. Like I remember
It's so
Subcool
much,
did like
bro.
I
It's
seen
like I was
Subcool do
hitting
a
it.
night shot and it was just he shook the mail one time. It looked crazy.
They drop so much pollen.
Yep.
So much, man. And it's like after your first couple drops of pollen, the male is touched every hair already.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm waiting. I waited till a week. What is this? Week 4, week 5, week 4 or 5. One of these weeks, and it was just so much, man. Just moving it out of the fucking way. The branch breaking, is pollen everywhere. It was like a war zone in there, man. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it was
It
a fucking war zone.
I
That
know it
shit
got to
is
get
not
crazy.
easy.
So how long do
And
you
then
take your seed runs?
well, I gotta take it to the max. You gotta take that like 10 weeks.
Yeah, I
You
see
want to
some
make
people
sure
go
those
longer.
seeds are developed. Yeah, you want to make sure those seeds are really developed. But the thing about having a male in there, they're gonna develop quicker because you're not painting them on or nothing. So they've been
Yes.
getting a little bit of pollen since probably week 2. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep.
Yeah, so they've been getting little specks of pollen already in there. So about 9 weeks, probably 63 days. Call it chops.
Get a
It
bunch of
sucks because
fully
they're so
developed
heavy
seeds.
and now they're falling everywhere.
Oh
Like
yeah, because they loaded with seeds.
they loaded with seeds, so they falling everywhere. So what I expected them to just stand up in that trellis, they just breaking and snapping, and it's a fucking mess. Put it like that. It's a mess in there. It's a
that's
straight mess, man.
that's
But
a
it's
breeding
like
round for you.
they pollinated. I ain't tripping. They
Yep.
pollinated. All I gotta do is let them be a fucking mess. Keep that ebb and flow going up and down, and let them keep drinking, and the light shining bright. It'll be all right. I'm not gonna
Yep.
worry about it.
And the male flowers fall all over the place too, don't they?
Oh man, the biscotti, my biscotti plant. I know it's pollinated, but I'm not even sure this motherfucker is getting any light. It
It's
is
just covered.
covered. It's covered in flowers and pollen. I went in there with the spray, with a sprayer today, and just like hosed it down. Just hosed it down, and it's just so sticky it don't move.
Oh yeah, and trichomes are
It's like
waterproof.
fuck. Yeah, man. It's like damn, you're gonna be a bitch to deal with later on, but
Yeah, but once it's dry and you just busting it all down, it'll be so much easier.
yeah, yeah.
But I
But right
wonder if
now,
that
it's
pollen is gonna be flying off the buds as you crushing them.
yeah. You gotta wet it. You gotta wet that shit. That's what kills the. That's what hurts the pollen. Like it'll stop the pollen in its track by just wetting it. They don't like moisture at all.
Yep,
So
I
you
remember
gotta
seeing
go in
Vader
there with
doing
that
that.
that sprayer and just spray the whole room down. Flip that shit upside down and hang it up and call it a day.
Damn, just getting rid of the male is tough work.
That was tough work, man. I should have put him like in the front for real.
Yeah.
And you
Oh,
seen how
you
big it was? It was too big. That male was way too big. That male could have pollinated like an acre. Like it's
Oh yeah,
crazy, man. The males they let off so much pollen.
that's another difference between the feminized seeds and the regular seeds. It's probably going to be a lot harder to get that many feminized seeds as you would from like having a male in that room.
Hell yeah, I see
Just the
problems all the
level of
time.
pollen is just different.
Yeah. Fire Farm was just telling me he did his. He had hella pollen sacks and everything. They just didn't have pollen in them.
Oh
So it's
yeah,
like you got to deal with those kind of problems when you feminize and stuff.
yep.
And
I
that
remember.
that that could suck, man. Can you imagine having plants in there ready to be pollinated, but getting nothing out of it? Now you just got a half a zip of all these strains.
Yep. good old smoke weed. But I seen
Yeah.
Copycat actually on camera go in with the tweezers and pull those flowers out and start to sprinkle them over the tops of other plants.
No, that's what he was saying. He said he did that, but
And there was
it
still
just
no
didn't have the
pollen in them.
pollen in there. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. They
Meg
got like
Rower
one
just went through
seed.
that same thing, I think.
That's that feminizing shit.
Yeah, nah, I like regs anyway. I'm not saying there's a problem with fems because if you got a strain and I can only get it as a fem seed, I'll still run it. I ain't got no problem with that. But preferably, I'm just looking for regs. I feel like I always found my best phenols in those packs of regs.
Yeah, regs are normal. They're easy. They're natural. It's just
Hmm.
some. It's just natural way to go about things.
And they're
But the
stronger,
people we live in a microwave generation, man. They want
definite.
films. Everybody want films. They hit the site. They like these films are regs. I'm like, read it, bro. Like you say it right there. Stop asking me stupid questions, man. That shit is irritating. So it's like they want films, so I'm gonna try to do films. I'm gonna hunt through these seeds myself and just or me, you, a couple other people or something, figure out
Oh
some
yeah,
shit. But
hell yeah.
yeah, from there I'll probably just do a couple film runs, see if I can get something
Hey,
out of it.
they want it. That's they just don't know what got to go into it for you to even get it done.
I might just do it. I might just do a plant. I might just do a plant and then reverse it and then just get the pollen from it and then just
Make an
paintbrush that
S1 or
shit.
something.
Yeah, just paintbrush it on other stuff. I don't
Okay,
know, because like I said, like I was just saying, you don't want to waste all that time and not get nothing out of it. I'd rather waste that time with the plant I'm reversing instead of the other plants like wasting their time. You know what I mean?
yeah, yep. Yeah, feminizing is no joke. It's much easier. Just throw that male in there and let him do what he's supposed to do.
It really is. It really is, and it's beautiful to watch.
Yep. Yeah, most of my keepers didn't come from fems though. Like I'm really thinking about it. Most of the strains that are constantly getting ran in my garden, those are all regs.
And that's what I hear. That's what I hear.
They
You don't really find the keepers out of them females.
no, they be decent. Well, ice cream cake is a feminized, and I found a few good. Ice cream cake is one of those strains where it's hard to find a keeper because you want to keep everything.
Yeah, I heard it's
There's
the
something.
yeah,
It's something about every pheno that just makes you want to keep all of them.
man.
They all except there's one pheno I got that's like a straight wedding cake. So if I didn't have wedding cake, I could literally just take that, and if I called it wedding cake, no one would know a difference. It looks
Yeah,
just like, it smells just like, it tastes just like, everything about it's 100% wedding cake. I never got a gelato leaning pheno out of ice cream cake. I never got a pheno that was just like gelato.
the wedding cake is a stacker though, huh?
Oh man,
So that's the one you want anyway. Shit, fuck it.
yeah, big yield, nice color on it. Does color matter to you when it comes to like the grow?
This day and age,
Yeah.
definitely,
Okay.
definitely. That's
They
all I'm
want
looking for right now because
they want the
that's what they
purple.
want. That's the
They
first thing people ask me. Oh, was it it's some good? Some it got color? And I'm like, yeah, man, it got color. All
they
right,
got
cool, man.
color.
Yeah.
Yeah, it annoyed me for a long time, and I didn't even want to answer questions like that when people ask me. But they looking for shit that turns purple.
Because it sucks when you growing and you know what you're growing for. You growing for like the effect
Mm-hmm.
of this plant is going to have on the human,
Mm-hmm.
and they're looking at the effect it's going to have on the human eye.
Exactly. They
That's
want
it.
that. They want that Instagram story weed. They want that shit when you hit the flash on your camera. It's just purple and black.
Yep. Yep. So that's what I'm. That's what they want. That's what you got to do. That's what business is about.
adjusting.
Businesses fail if they try to do shit that the consumer don't want. Like you can't do it. You got to get the
Yep.
consumer what they want.
Yep, that's why I just went in with one of the homies to get the jealousy because I know what it's gonna be.
Yeah, yeah.
I already see it coming down the line. I see a bunch of people growing it already. I've seen Fire Farmer growing it already. I'm like, yeah, this gonna be one of them. I think that was like one of those $700 packs.
What the jealousy?
Yeah, it was one of those $700 packs of seeds that they released.
The the thing I don't like about Instagram is we all have come to be the same people.
Same
We're just turning into each other at different times. And
robots.
that really gets on my fucking nerves because I'm
Hmm.
smarter than that. But it's like you gotta do what the money tells you to do. You gotta go for it. You know what I mean? It's nothing you can't really fight it. You can't really fight it, man. You can put out light green weed all you want. It's not gonna sell if it ain't got that color like that.
Facts.
It's just not. They're gonna look at it, it smell good, look cool. If it had just a little color in it, I
Yep.
would get. It's like, damn, well, you ain't even gonna smoke a blunt and tell me how this shit is?
Nope, they ain't getting that far.
None of that. I thought it had some more color. I'm like, that's crazy. Color
As if
ain't
the
nothing.
color is going to make a
It ain't
difference
doing
though.
nothing.
Nothing. It just
It's just that
I get
look.
it. It looks good when you take pictures of it. Other than that, the
Yeah.
purple does nothing. I got strains that'll turn purple if I grew them in a way that would make them purple and brought the purple out of it. But I ain't always want to do that.
Just like you were saying how the girl wanna smoke. The girl wanna smoke. She don't want to vape, right? But the girl wanna smoke something colorful and pretty. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yep.
what she want to do. She want to smoke something pretty.
Yep.
So if you ain't got no pretty weed, he got some cool. It's all
Like
right.
the strawberry tort, it was yeah, it was cool. The strawberry tort was okay, but all the women loved the strawberry tort because it was purple.
Yeah, it's a pretty
But
color, man.
I'm about to break this up and put it in something and never see it again. Like
Never.
I'm gonna take a picture of it. I'm gonna post a picture and then I'm gonna break it up and roll it in something and never see it again.
I used to. This might be too much information, but man, my mom from the streets, right? Like, so she used to be hustling and shit. She would do all kind of shit. So I had some trees. I told her just sell what's the name? Sell joints. Joints was rolling. Nobody opened it up, looked at it, none of that shit.
Nope.
You know what I mean? Rolling, getting them high, everything. I wish it could be like that sometime, where people
Yeah.
just focused on the effect.
Oh
Because
yeah.
now we're gonna dumb down the weed so much, we're not even gonna be able to like the purest thing. I don't know, man. I don't know where it's gonna head, but I don't like where it's going. I
Me
really don't.
neither. Me neither.
We're putting too much
It's
focus
becoming
on
too
color.
robotic.
All our
Yeah.
focus is just on color, and that's it.
But when I think back on it, a lot of the most potent strains I've ever smoked didn't have no color to them. But most of the weaker strains I've smoked were beautiful colors.
Cookies had color, and cookies are strong as hell to me.
Cookies is strong as shit. That's one of those that
Uh,
definitely broke the mold.
the old school granddaddy was dark purple. That shit was strong, good.
We never got the good one.
Y'all didn't get the good one. Yeah, that shit
Yeah,
was the
we
one in
never got the good
Oakland.
one.
Man, fire.
Is that like the one that they used to make the like Candyland?
Yes,
That one. Okay.
yes.
Because I noticed I loved Candyland and
Candyland had color.
nothing reminded me of GDP. Nothing about it, not the GDP I had. Like nothing about it was GDP.
Yeah, you didn't have the right one then. Because a lot of
Yeah.
people, you know how the strains go. A lot of people rename it, call it
Yep.
whatever you want to hear, and then you be like run around town talking about I got this, and you really don't.
Yep. That's how I
But
felt
like,
about super glue. When you were talking about how good super glue was, I was puzzled because I'm like, man, I had super glue a couple of times and it was never that great to me. But apparently, it's not the one you're talking about.
nah, because cookie smokers, I'm talking about die-hard cookie smokers, strong, potent smokers love super glue.
Okay.
So it was like that's
Oh,
super
and
glue I'm talking
you know
about is
what?
different. And
That's
everything
why.
that they have is different. Honestly, everything that people talk about is different. They got some right now. I got 30 of them. It's called Commando. It's Skittles times they GDP. but he
Mm-hmm.
said it's not they Skittles. And I'm like, I don't even ask no questions. I'm like, it's cool because y'all do the same shit all the time. They talk about super glue. It ain't the other super glue. And I'm like, okay. You know what I mean? Just trust them. I can't wait to see what this do. I
Yeah,
can't
that
wait
sounds
to
like
see what
one
it do.
hell of a cross. That's gonna bring some color.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what it do though because they don't miss. They don't miss. If they introduce a new strain, then they did hella research. They grew it
Okay,
hella times. You know what I mean? And
that's what
that's
I
what I
like.
really love about them. Yeah.
That's what I like. Now I'm saying make sure that it's worth it because even with you, sometimes I'll be like, yo, I got this and it's looking good, but I gotta finish it before I could be like, this is something that you want.
Yeah.
I gotta be able to give it a
Gotta
nice
finish it.
run. I gotta finish it because then what if I do all of this and it's trash?
And you know, a lot of people, I grew a tent full of all kind of nice, beautiful things,
Yep.
colorful, frosty, everything. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I took it to Sacramento, took it to this little crew, little smoker crew.
Mm-hmm.
You know what he told me? He said, "Oh, that shit was fire. You did a damn good job growing that. Oh, that shit was fire. It's just them weird ass names, man." I'm like,
What?
what? I'm like,
What?
Ethos cookies. I had what's
I remember that tent
I
run.
had
You
all that weird shit. It was
you
hella
did
different
Brisker
kind of
and Polly
names.
Shore that run.
Yep. It was just hella different names, and there was like 10th Planet. There was like it was just too many names. I don't know what the names is, but it was good.
Oh
But I'm
my
like,
god.
man, okay, I'll see where this going.
Y'all always gonna find something else to complain about. Like step into the future and realize that names have changed. I seen a strain yesterday called Infinite Euphoria.
Sounds great.
It sounds amazing. It sounds like a high sativa dominant strain. It sounds like something I don't want to smoke.
Infinite
Oh,
Euphoria. I don't know. It sounds good.
that
Sounds
sounds
like
like a.
it.
It sounds like an upper.
Yeah.
Yeah, that scares me.
Was it
Me,
upper?
I don't know. Me, and I didn't smoke it. Me and uppers don't mix.
Oh, and that's another thing that it's too. It's like it's different. It's different levels to Instagram. You have growers that want all those names because they're smokers. They
Yes.
want to keep it in a stash and share with their friends. And
Mm-hmm.
this is this from this and this and that. This is this. And then you have people like me
Mm-hmm.
that need something solid, marketable,
Yep.
and productive.
Yes.
And that's it.
That's all I'm looking for. That's
I
it.
don't need all this other shit. I don't need all that because that's too confusing in my line of work. You see
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? In my line, it's too confusing. But for the
Yep.
stoners, these names are wonderful for them,
Oh yeah.
not for me. When I see all these damn names, I'll be like, man, fuck all this shit. I'm tired of even
Like
thinking
you know how
about it.
many
Like,
times I gotta write this on the
too
bottom of
many
a fucking
names.
bag, yo? Like you know, yo, fuck
For
this.
real, man. It's too many names.
Yeah. And
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 it's
they
not gonna
coming out with
stop. It's
crazy
not
names.
stopping. It's not stopping no time soon. But it's just like they're doing it for the stoner consumer.
Yep.
It's for them. You know what I mean? It's not for me.
You know
All
what they
that
should
shit is
start
never
doing?
going to
Just
see production.
just put the cross out. That's all you got to do. Don't even make a name for it. Just say this is this crossed with this. Whatever you decide to call it when you grow it, whatever your pheno is, call it that.
Call it that.
I seen somebody take one of my cuts of Brisker, grow it,
Maze
and then
on
when they
there.
posted a picture of it, they called it the Redhead OG.
Yep.
I'm like, damn, how you just gonna change the name like that? Like this, this is how shit
Just
starts
like
getting
that.
confusing. This is how
Just
shit gets
like that.
confusing.
And that's how stuff you smoked in New York is not the same stuff we smoked on the West Coast.
And I found that out the hard way by
That's 50
finally getting
states.
to somebody from over there.
Yeah,
And
from
once they
3,000
started
miles, it's
introducing me to
30, 300 different names.
bro, the Girl Scout cookie I got from the platinum Girl Scout cookie that I got from Cali was off the charts. I
Crazy.
never had no cookie like that. It was amazing. The Candyland I got from it was crazy. The quality
Yep.
difference that you see is what made me really start taking growing serious because I thought that the quality we was getting was just normal. No, we were getting depths. That's all we were getting. Everything was like that. And I noticed that.
Guaranteed.
I
That's
noticed
all
that
I was sending
afterwards.
out there.
Yeah, just straight depths. That's all.
For the
That's all
high.
we
That shit
getting for
was
the high. Because out here they don't know
high.
a difference. There is no depths, no
It's
outdoors,
no
no
difference.
indoor. It's just packs. That's it.
But now everybody's smart.
Kind of.
But you know why I like that everybody's smart now?
Pay
You
the
know what the
price.
growers did since they did that? Everybody want to be smart. Price up.
Price up. Price up. And I
Hey,
hope
it
we
ain't no.
and I
It ain't
hope
no.
we don't go down.
I got somebody now talking about, man, these outs. I ain't paying that for. I ain't paying that much for these outs. I'm like, those
Okay.
greenhouse.
It's a
And they
major
like,
difference.
it's still outs.
No,
And
it's not.
it's still outs. It's still something like it's not the same, man. And there's
It's not
they
even
be like,
close.
well, if you okay, don't worry about it. Send me what you got, and
Yeah,
I'll
good.
send you what you're gonna get for it.
That's
And
a
that's it.
fact.
And I'm
Because
like, if you would have paid that extra 300, it would have went up substantially.
facts.
You can't argue with me.
No,
You in another state trying to get something. Don't argue with me.
no,
Just trust me. I got you. I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna rape you.
no. He looking out for you.
I'm gonna get. I got you.
Yeah,
I got.
but greenhouse definitely is not outs. Greenhouse to me, if you did a good depth, it looks like bigger buds of indoor. Like if you could supersize your indoor buds, you got outdoor. You got the
Or
depths.
yeah, but most depths now they doing the same size as indoor. They keeping all the plants shorter,
Yes,
smaller. You know what
they're
I mean?
not doing them like outdoor
They're
plants
just
no
putting a
more.
hell of more on them. So when you
Yep,
see it, it's like, man, this is a beautiful pack.
quality, quality.
No questions.
Yeah. And that's all
But
we've been getting. That's all we. So when I finally got some real indoor from Cali, I said I gotta acquire new strains. I gotta go buy some new seeds. I gotta actually take this serious because if I introduce this kind of quality out here,
yeah,
oh,
you the man.
yeah, there's no competition.
Yep,
Now there is no now the hardest thing is actually holding on to shit. That's the hardest
yep.
thing is that you always running out. That's yeah. And they
That's my
still want
hardest thing.
yours. And they still want yours. No matter what you can find, they want that shit you grew. They don't even know you grew it, but they want that shit.
Yep, that's how it is for me, man.
Yeah.
They be
And
like,
I
I want your shit.
yep,
You be like,
because
cool. That makes me
that's the
feel
pressure.
great. Makes
It
me feel
does.
great, man. Thank you.
It does. It
I
makes you
worked
take
hard
growing a
at it.
lot more serious. And I'm saying you go back and you like, man, I gotta continue to give them this kind of quality to get those responses right there.
For real.
I
And
want
now
that
that's why I don't
response
like
every
shopping.
time. Nope.
That's why I don't like shopping. I'm like, you gonna
Because
get this shit if it ain't mine. That's what the fuck it is. It's
you
not
notice
mine. You still want stuff. This is what you're going to get. I
that's a
can't tell
fact.
these motherfuckers how to grow it, how to dry it, how to trim it. All I could do is get the price for it, and that's it. And I don't fuck with nobody, so you really ain't got no options. My
Facts.
options is like two people. I'm not going out to meet people because I don't give a fuck what they got going on. I'm
No, I
not
got a
trying
harvest
to
coming
shop
soon.
for you.
No,
I'm not trying to go out there for you to make a couple $100. Like it's not worth that.
no.
Like you could just stop buying or
Wait
just
for this
deal with
next
what I get
harvest.
you and wait for this next harvest.
Wait for this
Shit.
next harvest. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Look, I don't want this shit neither. If I
I
could have
hate it.
harvested more or had another room coming right behind it, I'd have loved to. But shit,
Damn.
I couldn't do it. The
Couldn't do it.
last round's quality came out amazing, and that was the room with no CO2. It finally got CO2 in it now, but that was
Yeah.
the room with no CO2, and it still did amazing. Surprisingly, in
Yeah.
a sealed room with no CO2.
I don't understand that part either scientifically. I don't know what's going on. But it is funny because people die. People swear to God, if you don't have CO2, your plants ain't gonna grow. Copy said you don't got CO2, your plants ain't gonna grow. They ain't gonna do shit.
They're not
And
gonna
I'm like,
move. They're not gonna do
bro,
nothing.
I've been running this room for 4 years in the back, but never had a CO2, never had a CO2 bag. They
Never.
always grow and they always turn beautiful. What are you talking about?
And they always yield great.
And then they'll say your room's not completely sealed. I'm like, okay, so I'm getting 400 ppm of CO2.
That's what mine reads
And
all the time
is
because
that
I
is
do
that
have a
supposed to do
monitor.
something?
I do have a monitor in there, and it sits roughly around 400, 450 at max. That's it.
Yeah.
And I'm not in there often. It's a watering system, so I walk in, take a picture, take a video, and then I walk right the fuck out.
Yep.
Yeah,
Just
so
checking in. I'm just making sure y'all got some sunshine.
yeah,
That's it.
once
Making
the
sure
nets is
everything
set and
cool.
the watering system is on go, and you know nothing's clogged, everything's good. It ain't nothing to do but just watch it,
Nothing. It's nothing to do. Babysit.
and
That's
it's
it.
beautiful. It's
I
beautiful.
love it.
I'll never go back to not having a watering system.
Yeah, for real, man. I love it.
The only thing I won't have a watering system for ever is veg. That's because it's just like
No,
impossible. It's just
you can't
impossible.
do that. It's
No,
like,
it's
what
too
are you
many
doing that
plants
for?
at too many different stages. Yeah.
I did like how what's the name did his whole run. His whole setup was very, very nice. I really liked it. His Vader OG setup, the way
Oh
everything was
yeah.
just ebb and flow.
Yep.
It's just like from veg to flower, everything's just getting watered once or twice a day. It's just that's just what it is, and that was a beautiful thing because that takes off so much stress. Like
Oh
every day,
yeah.
I have to come in here and hand water my veg, and that's
Me
like
too.
100 and some little plants.
And it gets annoying. What I do is I just fill the tray with water and let them drink it from the bottom.
I used to do that, but they got bigger than that tray. If you
Cups
leave the
start
plants
tipping
in that
over.
tray, yeah, no, if you leave the plants in the tray, the plants will grow awkwardly.
They just grow
So you
tall.
gotta they grow tall, and I don't like that shit.
Me neither.
So I don't like how the apple fritter look right now, but once they get in a bigger pot, they'll start and get that wind blowing all around them. They'll be okay.
What I do is chop a big ass top off of it right before I get ready to transplant it. So as the roots get
Oh
ready to grow into that next pot, everything that's springing up is all the tops that's getting the light now.
yeah, see, I top instantly. As soon as the motherfuckers go into the dirt, they getting topped.
I'm always pulling
So
those top leaves so they never even get a chance to start getting tall. Even from
I really
seedlings, I'm
honestly
doing the
think
same thing.
I honestly think I would do better if I had the same amount of flower space veg. The same amount. Not less, not more, just same exact amount.
From the flower to
I
veg,
think
same space.
same space
I
for
wish I
veg
did
and
too, man.
flower.
Because my veg room
Like these two
is a
rooms, if I
slightly
could mimic
smaller.
these, yeah, they always are. But
Yep.
if I could mimic these rooms, I would. That'd be perfect.
Oh man,
That'd be
forget
perfect,
about it.
man.
Forget about it. Yeah. I got a request the other day from one of our moderators too. They was asking if one day we could talk about like actual grow room build outs. Now I'm not sure if you build your own rooms out or if you just I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, we could talk about that. I don't know how I will go about talking about it. Next week,
We can have people give us
next
like the
week,
dimensions
next
of
week I'll do
spaces that
that.
they got.
Next week I'll do the Zoom for my build out that I'm doing now.
Oh man, we getting lucky.
All right,
Yeah, that's
I'll do
dope.
that from there.
I'm glad I brought that up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep, that's dope. You seen Loki Grows new build out?
yeah. I seen that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yep,
That's
I seen
nice.
that. He
I
working,
think
and
I
that's
think
what
he would
that's what we're
have so
supposed to
much
do.
more
Just keep
success
working.
in Coco. I think he would have so much more success in Coco. He could be turning and burning those rooms like no tomorrow. And with three of them, every three
But
weeks you got to harvest.
once you used to something, it's hard to get away from it
Yeah,
though. Like
because
I've
I
been
can't
using these
imagine
five
not
gallon
using
pots
Coco.
for since the beginning of time. Since 6 years, I've been using these pots. You know how hard
Uh-huh.
it's gonna be for me to just leave them in a 3 gallon? That's gonna be very hard, but I'm gonna
Yeah,
try.
I can't
And then
imagine
if
not
something
using
goes
one
wrong,
gallons.
I'm gonna get mad at myself for changing it up.
I think you're gonna do great. I
All
think
right.
they may do slightly better on a watering system with a pot that they could fill the entire root system out of. I'm not sure how they could do any better than what they just did because that round was ridiculous. But I think it is. I think they'll do great.
Yeah, I'm gonna try
I
that.
used 5 gallon pots for the longest. I used sevens. I used fives, and then I went down to ones. I went right from fives to ones.
Yeah.
I just use more of them because I just thought of a rock wool block. Like, what size is a rock wool block? Let me just get a pot of cocoa that's the exact same size as that rock wool block.
Just gotta automate it.
Yeah, definite. I
Just
knew that
gotta
right. That's
automate
what
it.
took me so long to make the switch is that I knew I was gonna have to automate it. Yeah, AC. You see, I asked the question for you, bro. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. Insomniac AC. That was the one who asked about the grow room build out.
Yeah, because
Because you got
then
to think, bro. Without us,
by next week
there's no.
I'll have my AC, my mini split in there, so I could be warm in there. Because right now it's kind of cold,
And it's
and I
giving us
could
new content too. So, well, the places that you do want to show, there's people out here that just don't know how to get started. They don't know what kind of space they need. They don't know how many lights go in what kind of space. So these are definitely topics that we could touch on either on your YouTube channel or on here. Because it's so
Yeah.
simple to us, like we don't even think about it. Like as soon as we put a room up, we take measurements. We know the room is this big. I can put this many lights and comfortably
It
do
just
this. It got
comes
this.
down. It just comes down like brrr, load of
Yeah, you.
information, and now you just
Yeah,
gotta move the information around to fit what you're trying to accomplish.
yeah. It's
Like, cause
second nature to us.
I had some crazy thoughts of doing some different type of shit. Now I'm like scratching all that because it doesn't make sense
Back to the
with the
basics.
CO2 being in there. So it's like now I got to make sure the room is sealed. So now I need mini splits in there, and it's like fuck now, but I can't do it now because I need that space for veg for the greenhouse. It's like shit. You gotta really growing is a time management, a skill management. It's like so many managements that you got to go through. So many managements, man.
Oh
It's
yeah,
crazy.
and but to tell you the truth, there's nothing in this world I've done that makes me as happy as growing. Like
Nothing.
I
I
don't
wouldn't
know,
trade
I
this
don't know
job for nothing.
nothing. I don't know, and you could say it's the money, but I don't think it's the money. It's just nothing I would rather do as a job and get paid for than growing. And I think even if I didn't get paid for it, I would still want to do it.
Keep it real with you. As far as money goes, I haven't made. I
Talk
haven't.
about it.
I don't. I'm not. I'm not sitting on no money.
Talk about it.
I'm not sitting on no money. It looks glamorous and shit. Looks like it's easy and shit, but all the money is going to be going into reinvestments because
Reinvestments.
you always find something new to do or something better that you can make the plants come out better. Like you're never going to be okay with growing mediocre weed. You're never going to be okay with that. You're going to keep
Facts.
fighting. You're going to keep fighting, keep paying the money to find these cuts, to find these seeds. You're going to keep on spending money into this. So it's like a big
Talk about it.
circle, but your bills stay paid. My bills are paid.
Facts.
My kids are straight. I'm
Mm-hmm.
straight. We don't want for shit,
Mm-hmm.
but we not rich. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? But we straight,
Yep.
totally straight. So it's like it's a great thing, man. But you like, bro, I'm like $20,000 in debt, and I'm not really in debt. I'm just in brain debt. Like I know I want to spend 20 grand on something else. I got a
Mm-hmm.
$9,000 light bill coming up. I know it
Oof.
because that's what I want, and I want those
Let's go.
Scorpion Diablos. I
Let's
want them.
go.
So
Let's
that's gonna
go.
be 9 G's. I want two mini splits, 18,000 BTUs in each room. So that's gonna be what 14 plus 14. That's another 28. That's like 12,000. I gotta
Mm-hmm.
finish sheetrock. I did all my
Mm-hmm.
insulate. You know what I'm saying? All
Yeah.
this stuff it adds up. So
Quick.
this whole room is going already. It's spent basically.
Yep.
The
So
money's
it's gonna
gone.
take it's gonna take you a couple harvests to even start to get into plus.
You see what I'm saying? Is the
Yeah,
money's
but it's
going out,
well worth it. But it's
but it's
well
worth
worth
it.
it.
It's totally worth it. It's
It's well
fine.
worth
Like
it. I don't know anything else I would rather be doing. Like, and
nothing,
something
man.
else with wanting better out of the quality of your room every round, it made me take everything else I did a little bit more serious. Now I can't do nothing mediocre. Like
No,
nothing.
no.
It made me step up my game in every aspect of what I do, because if I'm not gonna grow no booth and I want to make sure I'm top quality in my garden, I want to make sure I'm top quality on everything else I'm doing. Like look at your stickers, bro. Like oh, those are amazing stickers because you took it serious the same way that you do your garden.
Yep. Told him what I wanted exactly.
And the
Tweaked it,
quality's
tweaked it.
crazy.
You just don't accept nothing.
I need some
Don't
of those,
accept
by the way.
nothing less.
I
Oh,
need
I
some of
got you.
those,
It's
by the
good.
way.
It's all good, man.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Don't settle for less. Stop playing yourself like that.
Growing definitely raises your IQ. It opens you up to everything
Hell
else.
yeah.
Like I get jealous when I hear you speak about all these other plants that I know nothing about. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why am I not? Why do I not know that? You know what I mean? But I can't
Because
focus on that. But you're naturally a
mm-hmm,
herbalist already, so I'm
mm-hmm,
gonna leave you to that and tell you to just hook me up with a care package that I could
of
get
course.
on my health tip. You know what I'm saying? But you want to get healthy now. Now you're starting to look at things because you're looking at the inputs you putting in your product that other
But
people are consuming. So you'll start looking at the back of packages now. You'll start. You just
oh yeah,
open up your that third eye, man.
it
You
does.
open it up.
I think that was the reason that they kept cannabis illegal for so long, is because they knew it would make people think differently about everything else they do. And if it
The
wasn't even
hippies was right.
cannabis, the
The hippies
hippies
were
been
right.
right. The hippies were right. They were right about the mushrooms. They were right about the psychedelics. They were right about the cannabis. They were right about everything they was talking about. We thought
Yep.
they was crazy because we were crazy.
Yep.
We thought they was crazy because we was crazy. That's the nuttiest part. But yeah, after this year is the year I'm gonna take growing to a whole new level. I'm gonna take it more serious than I've ever taken it, and it's the best time to take it serious. If you were never gonna take it serious before, right now is the time to take it serious.
It's
Numbers
compensated. You're
is
getting
up.
compensated.
Yeah, numbers is up. You actually feel the benefit of being a grower right now, because we've been getting the ass end of the stick for a long time. Y'all just want it cheaper and cheaper and cheaper, making us work harder and harder and harder, and we ain't getting compensated for it.
And
A
now
little a little over a
the
year ago, the
quality's up.
numbers were so low. The quality's up. You can't not have quality right now.
I was selling indoor for 1,600 a pound at one time.
Yo,
You know how bad that hurt. And
it
with
hurt.
$120 a pound trimming bill, that's 1480. That's like,
Nothing.
man,
It's nothing. We ain't even
that was
talking
just
light
getting me.
bills,
It was just barely
nutrients.
getting me by. I had to keep
Yep.
my job.
Yeah.
That's when I had a job. I had to keep that job, shit, because it was like, fuck. At least the job would pay the rent, and I could do everything else with this shit
Because they just
till
want it
something
cheaper and
happens.
cheaper.
Yep.
Yep. Corona did a lot of good things. It did a lot of bad too. It definitely took a lot of people out. It did a lot, but man, it just gave the entire world a second to think for a second. Just sit at home and just think and become the best you can be. And you see during Corona, the quality of cannabis skyrocketed.
Yes, it did.
Scott, the pictures, you can see it. They're not settling for no less no more. Like you can't come with no booth no more. Before, you used to be able to get anything off. It didn't matter. They'll take whatever. Right now, you gotta actually be knee deep in this.
Yeah, I got the Amigo guy. He's an older gentleman. He probably like 50 something,
Hmm.
but he be growing. And the shit he be growing, I'm telling him, like, bro, don't grow this no more.
Ain't
Like,
worth
this
it.
shit is over with. It's done. Like, you need better strains, man. It's like, oh, you don't like? I'm like, no. Like, I want to give him strains, but it's like, no, I'm not giving him shit because
Hey,
that's not my position. No, I'm not
mm-mm.
doing it. Because he wouldn't do that for me. I know he wouldn't. He just trying to sell his stuff and move on. He wouldn't do that for me.
If a person
So
won't do it
I
for
can't
me, I'm
help
not
him.
doing it for them.
Yeah,
Now,
I
there's
can't
some
help him.
people out here who I just help. Like, I see them growing. We talk all the time. We cool, and it's like, why are you growing that? Where'd you get that from? Oh, it was a bag seed I kept from 8 years ago. Like, no, bro, no. Give me your address. We gonna get you right. But then, yeah, but then there's other people that it's like, whatever.
Yeah, keep growing that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you,
Keep
because I can
growing
sell
that.
mine for more because you exist.
And that's what I'm happy about that too though, because it's like the people out here they keep growing that bullshit,
Go
and I'm gonna
ahead.
keep growing the good shit. And I'm like, hey,
Oh,
this is business. At the end of the day, you gotta have
we gotta
competition.
we gotta have the OG talk, man. I heard it's a bunch of booth OG out that way, man.
Oh yeah,
That
man.
hurt my soul.
Yeah, man. It's like every OG I see, everyone I see that I'm trying to shop for or somebody, it's just don't. It's not it. The
It's not the
smell's not
OG.
there. The looks not there. Nothing is there. And they
Hmm.
got hundreds of this shit. And I'm like, why y'all growing
Why
this?
y'all growing that? Yeah.
Like I just don't get it. I asked them like, why are y'all growing this? Oh, well, they ain't got no. They don't know what to say. I'm like,
Like,
whatever,
bro,
man. This shit
there's so
ain't it.
many different ways to get cuts right now. Why
It's
grow
so
that?
many.
Like, you could go get motor breath and do a way better job.
I don't know what it is about that. They just really think that OG run the world still. They still
Yeah, see?
behind. See, they got the
Yeah.
numbers behind them to get the work done,
Yep.
but their brain ain't in it like ours is in it. They not on
Facts.
Instagram. They not seeing all the shit that's actually out
Facts.
there. They're not seeing none of
Now,
it. So they
Frosty, you
like,
hear you hear me talk about OG on the regular. You hear me talk about sour on the regular. You don't really see me loading up no rooms with OG. You know why? Because I know that I like that. That has nothing to do with what the people want. The people,
Exactly.
I know what the people want. They want the Gary Payton, they want the cereal milk, they want the runts, they want the jealousy, they want the gelato, they want the things I don't actually like. But that ain't got nothing to do with shit. I'm about to load the room up with what they want. I could put one plant of something in there for me. That's cool. I put it right in the back of the room. That's mine right there. It can get some side light, and I'm just gonna use that to smoke on. But am I gonna load the room right now with some Josh DOG? No.
Man,
And
if
it's
it's
pressure.
gas, it'll
It's
go though.
not
If
it's
it's
pressure,
gas, it'll go.
but it ain't got no color. And OGs are
And
usually ugly.
when you say OG, they be like, all right, I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you back. Now, I'm telling you. Let me answer this question real quick from Trey Cheese.
Mhm.
Is the banana sherbet times black cherry punch a good yield and dense bud plant? Yes, yes, sir. It is. Yes, it is.
Anything crossed with that banana sherbet is gonna produce.
And that black cherry punch yield like the buds swell up like a motherfucker. Man, I'm talking about chunks,
I
and they
knew as soon
beautiful,
as it, I
beautiful.
knew as soon as I seen the banana sherbet, I knew it was a massive yielder. If it
Yeah,
passed on any kind of those traits from that banana sherbet, I remember that run. Those was producers.
that's the reason I got it.
Yeah, those were
That's
producers
the
right
reason
there.
I got it because that was the time I was getting them low numbers for indoor. So it's like shit. I just need some good weed at this time. I just need some
Yeah,
good
that I
weed
could
and a
just
great
pop out.
yield.
Yep.
Yep, and a great
Yep.
yield. But
That's why I
this
can't
banana
wait for
sherbet
you.
was actually good.
I
It
can't wait
was
for you to
good.
cross that ice cream cake because anything that's crossed with that ice cream cake is gonna go crazy. And it
The one you
purples
said,
and it turns completely purple. Like every leaf on it, top to bottom, will be like if everything in the room stayed green, you would see that ice cream cake from anywhere because it's completely blackish purple.
got you. That's what I want in production.
Yeah, it completely a blackish purple. Like it looks crazy. And under the LEDs, you get to see things different.
You can
Like
see
under the
everything.
HPS, you can't see a lot of color. You know what I'm saying? You got to look through your camera and white balance it the right way. But
I'm
under those
so glad
LEDs,
HPS is out of here.
me too.
That was tough to look at, man.
Oh,
Like
nothing
even
looked
even
good.
today, when I see people when under HPS taking videos, I'll be like, please just
Ugh.
get a fucking Method 7 lens glass or something.
Please,
I think I
please, just
told you that before. Like
you
get a
did.
fucking lens.
And I
Please
said, you
get a
know what?
lens,
I
man.
got the glasses sitting right there, and I could easily just put the glasses right over that part of it.
Put it over
I
it,
started
man.
doing that right away
Yeah,
because it just
big
washes out
difference.
everything. Like it, ugh.
Yeah.
Like I see big facilities, and I'll be like, man, his grow is crushing big buds everywhere, but I don't know what nothing look like.
Yep. When I first started growing with those HPS, it was like I'm in a room, but I'm not seeing nothing looking good. I'm like, man,
Yeah,
this weed, did we get a bad batch of weed? This shit don't look good like
ev-
that. But
night
then you gotta
shots.
really, your eyes gotta train and start looking
Yeah,
closer. And then the Method Sevens came out, and I'm like, oh
thank
wow,
you,
this
thank
is
you.
so much better.
Now I can see the frost. I can because you can't see none of that under
Can't
the
see
HPS.
nothing.
Nothing. Now under the LEDs, everything looks great. Every, everything looks great under the LEDs.
Yeah, for real.
And the quality
What?
that they give off for the amount of wattage they pull in from the wall is unrivaled. Like if you still haven't made the switch to LED yet, you playing yourself. Hurry up and do it.
Yep. Or just save your money, man. Because sometimes you just don't got the money. And
Of
I
course.
understand some growers out there, they just don't have the money to like I never see myself spending $1,000 on one light
They
because
got the
it's like I
refurbished.
started off with rooms that was 8 lights, so it's like I'm looking at an
Yeah.
8 grand bill. Like I just
Yeah.
couldn't see it happening, but
Nope.
slowly but surely, I got it. You know what I mean? So it's not that easy for everybody to do it.
No. Hell no.
Yeah. Sean
Yeah,
Robinson, what's up, man?
I started off I think in a 4 lighter. So yeah, but they HLG got the refurbished HLG 550s for 500.
Yep, and I never been one to do stuff like that. I've never bought anything refurbished in my life,
I got one of
and
those lights.
I never, I'm just weird like that.
You want the new.
I just want it new, and I want the newest technology. If I'm gonna spend it, I'll spend the extra couple hundred and get the newest technology. Like it's because that's going. I'm already in the past by buying that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But
But
for
I'm
those
saying
people
if you
that
got to start
it
somewhere,
works, but it
it
does
works.
work. It does work. Now that I know that, see now I know like the lifespan on these lights is so crazy. The technology is like it's not that much advanced from the first quantum boards. It's just more diodes. That's about it. It's
Yep.
not really it's not really nothing more to it. It's kind of simple in reality. It's really simple.
I got one of
You
those
know?
refurbished 550s.
Yeah, I remember you got like two of them, right?
Yeah, it looks absolutely no different than any of the other ones.
Yeah, same shit
Yeah, looks same.
for way
Now,
less money.
granted, I know something isn't the same about it because it's refurbished, but at the time, that's what I had the money for.
All it is a new driver. That shit
Yeah,
brand new
pretty
still.
much.
It's just a
Yeah,
new driver on there.
new driver, new
The best
driver, and
tell anybody if you are looking for LED, just get the 600. They're like $700. You know what
which
I mean?
the
700
HLG
bucks.
600.
Yeah,
Okay,
I really like that light. I
yeah,
really
R
like
spec,
that light.
R spec,
R spec. Yep. I got
great light.
that's what I grew the apple fritters under. 8 of those.
Oh, crushed it,
Nice. Nice,
crushed
man.
it. And for everybody who thought that light penetration was a problem, those things were stacked top to bottom,
Yeah. Light
and that was
penetration.
without leaf stripping.
I didn't leave strip shit, and I wish I did. I would have got that much more blood, man. I'd be like fucking lazy at the wrong times.
That shit is
And
a
really, it's
lot of
just
work.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't like going in the room and being like covered up in plants. Like I
Me
don't
neither.
like that. I know
It's
other
on.
people will take a bath in some weed and shit, but I'm not that type of person. Like
Hell
if
no.
that room is like stuff like that, I don't even want to go in there. I
Hell
just want to
no.
make sure everything cool and I'm good.
I'm getting out. Yo, I'm the same way. I don't want to rub up against nothing. I don't want to nothing. Especially, and you got to have the right clothes on to even be able to do that. Like if you got a short sleeve on, you through.
Yeah, I always keep the long sleeve on.
Yeah, you're gonna have the super rash on your skin after that. Oh, the scorpion is man.
See the Scorpion, I got that one too. And is it better than the 600? I don't know how to answer that
Mm-hmm.
because
They
it's
serve
like a
different
different
purposes.
it's a different purpose. It's like $200 more, and it is a nice light. I mean, they're both nice lights,
Mm-hmm.
but this one you could just keep up. You know what I mean? The other one is kind of like meant for like 18 inches, 12 inches, like getting really close to the canopy. And I don't go up and down with the lights. I keep the lights up and just leave it alone. So
Yep,
for
you keep them
that,
in the same
I
spot.
just yeah, I just use those. I talked to Wolverine. He told me for the new build out, he said, get the Scorpion, the Diablo ones, and just keep them all the way up. You'll be just fine. He's like, that'll be a beast. That room will kill it.
And let them grow
He's
right
like,
into it.
it'll kill it, man, because that 650 is gonna be just gonna be perfect for that room. So I'm like, perfect, and that's $8,600. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's
Whew.
gonna cost.
Yeah, big investment, but it's gonna be
It's gonna
big
cost.
returns.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got to be
big
into investing in
big
yourself.
returns, and you don't have to worry about it no more. Once it's done, it's
It's
done.
done for a
Like I don't
long
have to
time.
change these lights out for the next 5 6 years.
And if anything happens in the next 5 years, it's replaced. No, three
Yeah,
years, right?
3 years,
3 years, yup.
3 years, and it more than pays for itself.
Hell yeah. Because even the amount of AC that you need, because I built my rooms based off the Gavitas. So when I switched and put the LEDs in the room that had the Gavitas in it, I was way oversized on my air conditioning.
Oh yeah, hell yeah,
I was way because I was accounting for 1,150 watts of light of
yeah.
Gavitas.
But it's good to be over with. Like I got a 30,000 BTU and the 8 lights, and I don't. It doesn't have to work hard. It's
Mm-hmm.
perfect. It don't have to
Perfect.
work hard or nothing.
You could put the temperatures wherever you want it to be.
Oh yeah, and I want to say for the record, I got an Andon dehumidifier.
Mm-hmm.
It works great, but it's loud as hell.
Ugh.
It's loud. It's like, but it fucking works, man. It works like a motherfucker.
But
It
the
works, but
what's the
I'm
other
getting
one that people use?
Quest. And
Quest,
I'm
yeah,
going back to them. Yeah, I'm going back to them for the 2 room build out because they just
much.
quiet and they just work, man. That Andon is like annoying in the room. It's annoying.
Was the Andon built for basically the cannabis community like the other
Yes,
ones were? Okay.
yes. But for some reason, it's just loud. It's
Yeah, don't
just
nobody want to deal
loud,
with that.
man. I don't want to hear that shit. Can't hear it from outside or nothing, but you go
Somebody
in
said
there,
they
that
might
shit is
be able to get
irritating.
you a better price.
Better price for what?
I don't know.
Shit, that is the better price.
No, I think he might be talking for the Scorpions.
That's what I'm saying. That's the better price. The Scorpion Diablos 1400 retail. I'm getting it for
Yeah,
like 900.
yeah, can't beat that.
Yeah,
$500 off a light makes a
yeah.
huge difference. Huge difference.
And that's from Wolverine's code with Mandy and them. So I'm pretty sure that's the best they can do. I done ordered fucking 12 lights through them already. So
Oh yeah, they
that's how I
definitely
got
will
all
hook you up.
the other ones. Yeah.
And Wolverine's code definitely is great on Floorflex too.
Yep. Yep.
On Floorflex, his code was great. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, damn, it's one of the bigger codes.
Oh, you say you think you could beat the price? Well, if you can beat it, that's fine, man. Send me an email, labruscannabis@gmail.com,
He
and
said
we
it's
could
Daisy
definitely talk.
Forest.
Oh, that's Daisy Forest. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me know, or hit me up on IG. Let me know. I'm not shopping right now though, but just letting you know I'm not shopping no time right now. It's gonna be like a month or something.
Yeah. Get those things done. He said he got a relationship with the owner. That's good.
That's what's up, man. And I also want to talk to you more about that because I want to open a store out here for LED lights.
They don't got no good LEDs where I'm at neither. So I
I
definitely
think
thought
it'll
about
be a
that
good, yeah, I think it'd be a cool little store.
because
That way, that'll
it's
get
where
me
it's
in the
headed.
community. Yeah, because out here we got a lot of outdoor growers, but we also got growers that's teachers and all kind of shit. Like I mean, smokers, and they can, you know, I would love to light up a little tent for them. They could come in, see how it works. Like I have tent setups and shit, and do like little
Hell yeah.
classes. I want to do something like that in the community, man, and get on that Rotary Club. I want to be on the
That's
Rotary Club so bad.
they'll definitely want to come to you. You got the knowledge.
Yeah, man.
Because
Those
these hydro stores
relationships
don't
in
be
life.
teaching people shit. These hydro stores be lying.
They don't
I
know
don't even
nothing.
know
I'm
if they
going
be
to a
lying.
hydro
They just
store. They
don't know
don't even
nothing.
know what HLG is in my grocery store.
They don't know nothing about nothing. I don't know what
They
world
don't
they
know
live in.
anything about it. They
Yeah.
really don't know nothing about this what we involved in. They don't know nothing. It's like totally different. They still
They're
got I
still
got
telling you how
family
to grow
still
from the
in it.
90s.
Yeah, they just don't know shit. It
Like,
sucks, but it's the truth. They don't.
yeah, my hydro store told me not to put up a watering system. Why don't you just put stakes around them so you can still spin the plant so every part of it gets light? I said, yo, what,
Like who's going in there doing
what?
quarter turns every
Yeah,
day?
yeah.
The
I'm
fuck
trying to
out of
stay
here.
out my room, not be in the room. What world do you live in that's even still an option?
That's
When's the
insane,
last time
man.
you grew a plant? Like, are you not paying attention to YouTube or nothing no more? Like, you just
No,
gave
they
up. You
don't. That's what I'm saying. They don't look at none of that. They
nah.
can't.
They
Because
felt
if
like
they
they know
you
what
know
they
what
know, and that's it.
most of these people I find out here is Facebook only. They still on Facebook.
Oh yeah,
And I don't fuck with Facebook. I don't
not for
even
grown.
I have a Facebook, but it's not for entertainment. It's just for there. And it's like I don't like Facebook. I fuck with Instagram. I'm kind of mad they bought Instagram because they fucked it up.
Yeah,
But
definite.
like these people don't know nothing, man. I talk about HLG. I talk about all kind of different stuff. They looking at me like,
What's that?
oh, I don't
Yeah,
never
yeah.
heard of that.
I built my own LED. You did what? You mean you don't want that 8-inch reflector hood over there? No.
That big ass Raptor
Yeah,
too.
you want the
The
Raptor? We
fucking
got the new
no,
versions here. They're brand new. There ain't nobody
no.
still using that. You want me to hook a duct up and not? No.
They got wings for sale still.
Mm-hmm.
You know the
Yes.
wings?
Adjust
I'm
the wings.
like,
Yes, they still have
what the
them.
fuck what is this? Like, come on, man.
The
So
whole
it's
line of
cool.
advanced nutrients. You like who the hell still using advanced nutrients? We are
out there
on
doing that
raw
shit though.
salts now. Raw salts.
All I need is a little piece of a hole in the wall store
Yep.
with some LED light samples, and just take orders like that. I'll get some customers for sure.
Hell yeah.
Because I'll be bringing them the information, you know what I mean, and showing them what it could do.
Because they don't know.
They don't. They be like,
Especially if they're
you could
listening
grow
to the
like
dude at
that
the
with
hydro store.
LEDs. You could grow like that with LEDs. I'm like, yeah, it's better.
How come they're not purple?
Like,
Yeah, how come your LED isn't purple? I thought LEDs were purple.
Like last video you seen was 6 years ago.
You still talking about the blue LED? Like how far you talking about the UFO? Like you and they still got like kind LEDs in the hydro stores. Like they haven't gotten nowhere.
Nowhere.
250 watt CFLs.
If you go into a big hydro store, they got LEDs, but it's gonna be Fluence.
Yep.
Bioengineering, or it's gonna be science LED,
Mm-hmm.
photon tech. It's gonna be something like that on a bar type shit, but they just don't. They don't
And it's
have
gonna be
any.
hella
They don't have any
expensive.
knowledge. It's gonna be hella expensive, like $1,500.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
Easy. And they don't have no knowledge on anything that's happening now. Like they never upgraded their grow methods from back then. Like once you start talking about rock wool or 1 gallon pots with watering systems and VPD, and they're lost completely. You run what temperatures? 84 degrees, your plants are gonna burn up, bruh. I'm in LEDs.
Times are changing.
I'm not.
Times have changed.
I don't have 19 Raptor hoods hanging from my ceiling.
Yeah, I know people that still got that. Still got it.
And it's
Garages
like
with
going
hella
back and
Raptor
looking
hoods.
at it. Yeah, going back and look at it. It's such a messy setup.
And it works. Don't get me wrong, it works.
Oh yeah.
But it's like, come on, man. What y'all
The
doing?
LEDs are cleaner, especially like the 5 fit. They're super clean, like super clean.
What you think about the Gavita 1700?
I've seen that like crush.
That's what I was thinking about doing too, just upping it to Gavita. But I was like, HLG been good to me.
I've seen those lights do damage. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, huh? Close to the plant, getting down all in the penetration and shit.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Remember, I'm gonna be on tables. I'm gonna be on tables. Remember, I was talking to you about that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be on tables in there. So I was like, I don't know, what's it? Still up in the air.
But I think if you're gonna use the Scorpions, you're gonna get the same effect.
I think so too.
And I think the Scorpions might be a little bit more powerful than the Gavita LED. That's why you could get so close to the Gavita compared to the Scorpions.
And I like the heat.
I need it.
I need the heat. I want it to be hot.
Yeah, I need it. I need it a little warm.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard the Gavitas are super cool too. But you got to think with the light spread out that much, it definitely probably wouldn't give off the kind of heat that a Scorpion would.
Yeah.
Those quantum boards is something else. Accidentally touch one of those diodes one day.
You did?
Yeah.
Burn your shit up.
Yeah, I was trying to get on top of it to do some cleaning, and I forgot it was on, and I grabbed it, and I'm like, oh shit, these lights is hot. Yeah.
Hell yeah. They said feel like the Gavita would be better spread though. It'd be a better spread for getting close to your plants and being a better spread. Mm-hmm. But if that shit's on the ceiling, you're gonna be all right.
Definite. Yeah, I don't think you could put the Gavitas on the ceiling. I think they gotta be close.
Yeah, and I don't like that, like light razors and shit and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, I think the Raymatics that I got,
it's seen too hard to get that shit level. Get a light level.
Yeah, that's that big. Yep. But the Scorpions, I will go with the Scorpions if I had a choice.
Yeah, I'm gonna deal with those. The Diablo Scorpions, hang them up, blast off,
treat them like Gavitas, and run them.
Yeah,
I think those are gonna do great. He said Scorpions are still warm as fuck. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, I want it. That's how I want it.
Yep. That means they're powerful too. Okay, that makes sense. I'm still tent life 5x5. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with getting your 5x5 tent on. Grow. Grow and invest. Grow and invest. Grow and invest.
5x5 is that's kind of cool size, man.
I,
I
I
seen it
love
like
I love that
in real life.
canopy.
5x5 is nice.
I love that canopy. That's the perfect size canopy right there. 5x5.
Hmm.
The 4x4 to me is a little too small, and the 6x6 is a little too big. But the 5x5 is like perfect.
Yeah.
That's like
I'm,
perfect.
I like my little 4x4 though. That little should be working.
Well, my trays are a 4x4, so side
Side
lighting,
lighting, no. Side lighting is
yeah,
cool though. I mean, I'm not gonna do it because it's
me
like,
neither.
why? I don't need it. I don't think I need it.
Nah, they offer me a good deal on it too. I don't feel like I need it.
It's cool if you got side lighting in space. Like a lot of people grow different. A lot of
Yeah,
people grow to have space in a room, and I never seen the advantage of that besides cleaning up. That's it. Like
yeah.
just cleaning up is easier to do around the room if you got space. But if you're trying to grow for the yield and for production,
I want
you
every
kind of
square
want to
inch of
use all
this
that
thing
space.
full. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to deal with that. And where the side lighting has to sit, like either my plants are gonna lay right on the side lighting,
Yeah.
or yeah, it just doesn't seem worth it. Definitely doesn't. I remember when Medicropper did the bottom lighting from way back when.
Oh yeah, how did that work?
He said they did a little better. He put like T5s underneath the canopies.
Oh. Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought about that. I thought about like doing a whole room with light, just crazy shit, like some concept shit. But then it's like the plant grows into the light, so it'll start like growing sideways or to the
yeah.
bottom wherever that light is penetrating the hardest. So I don't know. Just keep it normal.
Yep. And yeah, bro, I
Try
definitely
not to jump on every new thing that they do. You know what I mean?
yeah, some things you could do without because they'll come and go. Oh yeah, we'll definitely do an update soon on that bucket company. I like the bucket company systems. I don't feel they're
Should
a
do it now.
problem.
Can you add them in? You ready
I
now?
don't know. You busy? You buy your grow? If he buys grow, then yeah, I could definitely send him the invite and get him in here.
Yeah, I want to see that shit, man. Last time y'all did it, I was like, damn, that shit look pretty good. Look
Yeah,
pretty
definite,
good.
definite. He was doing his thing.
Hell yeah. And that's all for that was all for extracts, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He's the I heard he makes some fire extracts.
Everybody got a lane, man.
Hell yeah. I know it
Everybody
ain't
got a
mine.
lane.
Yeah, I
We
know
only
it
on
ain't mine.
episode 14?
Hell yeah.
Man, thought we was
Man,
at like 15.
the analytics is crazy though.
It's all good.
Yeah, that means things have been going great. People really been liking this. I'll
He
send them
said
the
send him the
link.
link.
Let's go.
Yep.
Boom. Boom. Let me make sure I remember his email.
What's that weed right there you got in there? That shit look dense than the motherfucker.
The one in the picture,
Yeah.
that's the infinite euphoria.
That's the weed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I wish I could have did it on my phone and it came in way clearer. Yeah, give me 1 second, bro. Let me just get your
Do your
email.
thing. Do your thing.
Yeah, and
Off horizon.
it smells like a trip on a spaceship.
Yeah, that should look good though.
Yeah, for somebody else, this would be like super happy weed. They would love this. Me, I'm scared. Yeah,
You like
terrified.
them indicas, huh?
It's the any uppers is gonna do me dirty.
Yeah,
Borderline panic attack.
I like the uppers, man. I like being up. I hate when I like so like high. I can't move and shit. Don't want
Yeah,
to do nothing. I don't like giving in to anything like that.
see, I never get like that, so I need something that's gonna balance me out because I'm always bouncing off the wall.
Yeah, got you.
So smoking the upper ain't gonna help me none.
Ain't go. Fuck, have a bad trip.
Yup. That's exactly what it feels like. Like I love Blue Dream, but I know damn well I can't smoke that.
Yeah. You use the Floraflex tubing?
Yup.
Yeah, that's the best, man.
I don't know
That's their
why.
best product to me. That's
Yeah,
my
I don't know.
favorite product from them, the Floraflex tubing.
Is it
That
is it
shit.
any different?
Yeah, man, hell yeah, because it's softer. You know that
I
other tubing, that black shit is hella hard to go over
it
your
is.
barbs.
It
It's
is.
that should be fucking my fingers up, man.
Hell yes.
This should just slide right on. It's perfect, man.
Yup. I sent him the link, so he should be coming in soon.
It's all good.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that, but yeah, definitely compared to the black one. But what I used to do is I used to get the, like, you know how you buy the tube in like the big roll. I would just take it out and put it in a 5-gallon bucket of hot water and let it sit there.
That works. That does
Yeah,
work.
it
That
loosens it
does
right up.
work. Yeah, and it's a lot cheaper because this Floraflex shit is expensive than a motherfucker.
I don't even know what made me buy the Floraflex tubing or why. Oh, you know why? Because I had the Floraflex manifolds. I forgot I used to use those.
You don't use them no more?
No,
Don't need it.
nope.
Yeah.
They worked. They worked okay though. They got clogged a
Yeah.
lot compared to like the
Yeah.
the dig ones, the ones that High Grow Group was using. The black ones. Those ones come with an actual screen in it. So like you can just screw the top off and pull the screen out, empty it, and put the screen right
Cleaned it
back
out.
in. Yeah. And you could
Okay.
do it anytime you want to during the round because it just screws right off the top. You could just pop the screen out, boom.
That's cool.
You never got to worry about their lines getting clogged because ain't nothing getting through those screens. I don't know what the micron is on them, but it's super thin. It's like blade size.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah. So if you're gonna use a manifold, and they're 8 ports, there's 8 ports on them. So
Yeah, I gotta set up another watering system for those cereal milks.
I
I
just
ain't
did
did a
one to
video on
the
them in a while. But oh, you did?
yeah
Yeah,
same
this one's
same.
a little different because it's like I come in the middle of the room,
Mm-hmm.
so I gotta kind of figure some shit out. How to like get it, I don't get it everywhere where I can still move around. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it'd be hard to move around in there. It's like 66 plants in there. I don't know. I'll figure something out.
That's gonna load the big room after the fritter.
Nah, this is another room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yup, good old cereal milk can't beat that.
I hope so. I hope it's the right shit. Got it from the Asians, so you know they be having the shit.
They get access to everything.
Everything.
And they stepped their game up. I seen some runs and shit they did not long ago. They crushed it. There we
They know what they're
go.
doing.
Yeah, they definitely came a long way. Oh, boom. Just wait for his audio to come in.
You see something?
Yeah, you can hear us?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, what's good with you, man?
Not much, bro. How y'all been?
Chilling. That's the scorpions in there too, ain't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I
Scorpion
don't see
arson.
them though.
You don't see them yet?
Nah.
You looking
Oh,
on
there we go.
YouTube or you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm looking on YouTube.
Oh yeah, it's a little delay from Zoom.
Okay, I see you now.
Yeah, so go ahead, bro. You can go ahead and talk about it.
Oh shit. Well, I think last time, what was that? About 2 weeks ago. I'm gonna say about 2 weeks ago. I was last time I showed y'all what the tent looked like. So this is 2 weeks later, or maybe 2.5 weeks later.
They done
Like
blew up.
3 days in the flowers. Yeah, last time y'all see them, they was cloned like 2 days after I put them in here. So this was 2.5 weeks. Like,
Looks real nice, man.
yeah, appreciate it, bro.
Perfect spread on them lights. You see how this? You see how he spread them out perfect? That's how you
It
do it.
literally, let's see if I can get this camera. Yeah.
Now, what size tent is that? A 4x8?
It's a 5x10.
5x10. Okay.
Yeah, 5x10. Watering system for Floraflex, open flow, uh, everything plumbed in, hard line, make it. I mean, it's tough because you don't get to move the plants around, getting there like you know what I'm saying, you would traditionally with pots, but it's been working
That's
out.
the only thing I didn't like about the bucket company because it was like so many different pipes moving around, and it's like I'm big, and I know if I step on some pipes, it'll fuck everything up. Then I gotta be crawling in there to fix it, and
Yeah, I definitely gotta watch
that
my
just be too
step.
much. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Now,
it's
But
looking
what
good.
10 are you using?
this like some off brand, bro. For real, for real.
Yeah, they work though, right?
I
They
didn't buy
work.
this tent. My partner bought this tent, so this is actually his tent.
Okay.
But yeah,
All those tents work if you ask me. I never got a
yeah.
tent that didn't work.
No, I done got some shitty tent. I mean, this
Now
is
I got
like
a fucked up tent.
yeah,
Oh
this is like
man.
a shittier tent. I mean, they got like little plastic pieces at the edge. I wouldn't prefer that. I prefer metal. You know
Yeah,
what
the
I'm
metal
saying?
ones.
Yeah, I prefer metal. But you know, it worked. You know
What's
what I'm
the
saying? This ain't the best. You see the little pole back there and broke on it, so it ain't the best quality tent, but it's still working.
what's
Yeah.
the strains in here?
Oh man, it's so everything. Every single plant is different, and that make
So
it tough on us.
what's
But
your objective for that? Are you testing these or what?
these are all every single last one of these are testers. We haven't
Okay.
Okay.
seen, so we feed on hunting, bro. We go through like we done went through like at least like 60 strains just from like this time last year over a
And
year.
just looking for specifics for extracts, right?
Yeah, we looking for plants that wash well.
What's been your best plant
Everything.
so thus far,
Uh,
strain
sour
wise?
tropic, sour tropicana.
Sour Tropicana.
Yeah.
That's a new one.
That's a is that a
From
sour diesel or what?
it's I think it's red sour D crossed to Trop cookies. It's a
Trop cookies.
oni seeds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get
So
so without growing a strain first, can you tell like what washes well, or do you have to grow it out and actually wash it before you know? Like, is there specific like traits you looking for? Like, is there specific trichome sizes?
from from what we've been doing, what I noticed so far is that the resin from we watched a lot of sour stuff. You know, there's some sour stuff that we have watched that didn't watch, but a lot of the sour, a lot of the kind of gassier strains tend to do all right and washy. You want
Hmm.
the fruity stuff 'cause that's what everybody want to saying dab on is like tasty stuff, but the tasty
Hmm.
stuff don't always wash. So what you really looking for, you can't really tell until the bud start putting on resin and get to the end. But what you really looking for is a resin that's kind of drier on the drier side. I don't know if you ever like had buds and you squeeze the bud, some shit just be oily or greasy or damn near like lotion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you get some of it that's real tacky. You know what I'm saying? You don't want none of that tacky stuff, or you don't want none of that super greasy. You want like the dry shit that like you flick it with your finger and you can just see the trichome kind of fall off by itself. That's what you're looking for.
Okay. So
Yeah,
some trichomes are just like tackier and taffier than the other ones.
yeah, exactly. Like some trichomes, you can touch it, and then you stick your fingers together. You pull your fingers apart, you can see it stretch. That might not be something that you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Because
Okay.
you know what I'm saying that might not work well
Cause it
inside
cause it's
the
too
bag.
sticky, huh?
Right. Then that's just for water hash. It might do well like if you watch it for BHO or some other type of extraction method, but we only do water hash because it's kind of like solventless, so we don't really rock with none of the solvents.
Okay. What really pulled you into the extract world?
My partner pulled me into the extract, bro. I was against it. I felt like y'all, you know what I mean? Like
Someone
I ain't
asked
going
to
for that.
point
Like
your
you know what
camera
I'm saying?
down.
Oh my bad, dude. I'm trying to hold this myself, but yeah, my partner is the one that got me into the extracts. Um, That's who do all the extractions. I do the growing, he do the extractions. He do some growing too. Like it take both of us to go through as many plants as we go through, but you know, that's what really got me into it. At first, I didn't think it made sense. You know what I mean? But
Hmm.
after we broke it down and after we found what we was looking for, you know what I'm saying, it made sense. It don't make sense if you got something that only washed at like 3% or 2%. You really just making your money back. You could have just dried it and sold it like that. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But you know, like y'all know, time is money too, bro. So when I'm extracting when we just extracting, you know what I'm saying? I'm chopping the plant down and cutting it off the buds and putting it in the freezer. I could have this whole room done in one day. The harvest done. I could turn and burn, flip and it's done. Opposed to
Okay.
having to take it down, dry it, then trim it, and then you know what I'm saying, store it somewhere. Like, nah, this shit going in the freezer.
How long do
Next
they
day.
have to freeze after they're chopped down?
You want to get it good and frozen, completely frozen. Depending on whether you want to do it for at least 24 to 48 hours, I say.
Okay, and then you can start extracting from there.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Now
What?
what?
Go ahead, Frosty.
What? I don't want to ask something too crazy, but like, what market is this for?
I was gonna ask that too.
This for the suburban kids. This for the ones that can afford it. You know what I mean? Because everybody can afford it.
I totally understand that.
Yep.
Because I mean, it's smoking dabs is one thing. Smoking rosin is another thing. You know what I mean? You can go get BHO from what I'm saying, somebody that blasted it, and you can get it at $10 a gram, $20 a gram, $30 a gram. You know what I'm saying? All the way up, solventless diamonds, and we and all seen that stuff. You can get that, but you know what I'm saying? Say, okay, so you got some solventless diamonds that's BHO, right? And then go hit you in the head for like, you know what I'm saying, 60, $70 a gram, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you got that's for BHO diamonds, right? But if you got solventless diamonds, you can hit somebody in the head for like 120. You know what I'm saying? It go all the way up like that, and that's based off
Now,
how much material you had to use to get your you know what I'm saying, to make the pound right, if that makes sense. Like
Mm-hmm.
if I gotta use, you know what I'm saying, if it take more to get to my number for the pound, then the price goes up for that particular product.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But is it a do you find days where nothing is happening?
What you mean?
Like as far as the demand.
I mean, yeah, there's days when, you know what I'm saying, it ain't nothing there. Most days, soon as it's like we can't keep it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, okay.
Okay.
So
Soon as the drop is ready, it's
you guys
going.
built up your network pretty cool already.
Yeah, and I will say this: my partner did most of that. You know what I'm saying? He was already tapped into that lane.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know
As
what I'm
he
saying?
should have
So
been, then starting off trying something, this should already
right,
been a network for that
right.
before
Yep.
you getting into something like
I
this
was I
because
was
that's
straight I was straight flour. I ain't do nothing but, you know what I'm saying, have flour. That's it. I'll
yeah.
let y'all see this other room real quick. I don't know if y'all. I ain't looking at the chat. I don't know if there's any questions or anything.
If it is, we'll bring them to you.
Um as far as this room right here, is this in flower yet?
Say it again.
Are you in flower yet in here?
No, this is thin viz. I just put these in here. These kind of bouncing back and recovering. This is the other room.
It looked like your hand in the way or
They
something.
10-gallon plant. This is probably about 5 gallons of soil. Oh my god.
There you go.
That better?
Yep.
There you go. Yeah, it's about. Yeah, these feeling good. I'm feeling about. Like I said, I got to grab some cuts off of these plants in here. Uh, I think we got 12 different cuts in here too, but everything in here is things that we've run before that we know is going to do what we want to do.
So how much are you looking to wash at a time, and what kind of returns do it bring? Like, let's say you wash a unit of something that washes good.
Okay, so if you wash a unit, okay, so let's just say a wash at our highest washer right now is 7%, right? So if it wash, say you wash a unit, right, and a unit, like, I don't want to spit these numbers out because they might be wrong, but a a unit wet is about 2,000 to 2,400 grams. Wet is a unit dry. If that makes sense, I think that's it. I'm not 100% sure, but so say you break down 2,400 grams and you get 7% return on the wash. That that 7% return will probably be like whatever into bubble hash, and then you still gotta press it down from bubble hash into rosin. So usually you'll get a return about 70 on average. What we get is a return of about 70 to 80% on the press from bubble down into rosin. And I would say in my market, each unit is about $1,600.
Okay.
So if that makes sense, hopefully that makes sense.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah,
understand it. But
It
So 16.
it's
so
probably not
like
for me to
so like
understand,
16
'cause-
grams? Is that what we're saying? Like 16 grams from
1,600. No. $1,600 per unit. Or
okay.
I'm sorry, bro.
like per unit of material.
Per zip, bro. You know what I'm saying? No, right. Per zip. So $1,600 per ounce.
Oh, okay. Well, how much that's what I was
$1,600
wondering.
per ounce. So
Okay, so
a whole pound. If you watch a whole pound, you could probably get back about. I can't give you a solid number, bro, because every single plant's different. But
yeah.
like, say on a pound, we get back like 4 ounces. 4 ounces is a good number on a pound, right?
Mm-hmm.
And each one is 1,600. The 1,600 is this. So
$6,400. That sounds
a
good.
pound. You get what I'm saying? So that's almost double the pound. But you got to find something that watch 7% to even sniff those numbers though. So it's really just a numbers game, and it's plant specific.
Damn, so you could do a round, basically get a unit out of it, and it might wash down to like nothing almost.
Yeah, I done had that experience, but we done had it where we washed and it only went down to like, we only washed 1%. It washed at 1%, bro. We lost money.
Now, where's flavor coming from? Is flavor coming from
Say it again?
Where does the flavor come from? Are you adding any terpenes in it or anything?
No, we don't add nothing. It's 100% solventless, no additions, nothing. The flavor is coming from the trichome. It's coming from the terpene.
Okay, from the plant itself.
Okay.
That's
a scary market.
It can be, bro, but
it seems like with that market,
you many plants, bro, because we gotta find.
It seems like you would always want to be running whatever gave you that 7% yield.
Definite.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even try nothing new.
Like you should keep that in rotation for sure.
We gotta keep going. Yeah, we gotta keep going. We gotta keep finding. You know what I'm saying? People get tired of that shit. Now that's how you end up sitting on something. You just got the same thing every time. This shit is gonna stick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta have something some variety to mix it up. You know what I'm saying? You might even want to mix them sometime. You know what I'm saying? Just to mix a lower yielding one with the highest yielding one. You get the taste, and maybe the taste and smell is better on the lower yielding one, but you get the numbers from the higher yield. You can mix them together, and then can you work with that?
Okay. Yeah, you got to really
know this
market.
It seems like a lot of work.
A lot of work. That whole shit could have been gone the same day.
Yeah, it usually is.
But to each his own, though. The plants
look
look healthy,
definitely different,
and you're still growing. You're getting your therapy.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's definitely different. But that's why I like to just offer my perspective, because I know it's different from what most people are used to. It's different from what I was used to. I'm still slightly new to this, if you can't tell, as far as like spitting out the numbers for everything, because I'm not the one that's watching it, bro. This is my lane right here. This growing is my lane. But you know what I'm saying, when it comes down to where the reaping the benefits of the grow, that's where it's coming. That's where it's going.
Okay.
So what's your methods of plant training, like topping or?
Man, I try to top like once, maybe twice. In this room, I'm just, when I got rooms like this, when it's not like a monocrop, and I got, you know what I'm saying, 12 different plants, and you know what I'm saying. I try to keep them as low as the lowest one. You know what I'm saying? Just and that's my little rump plant back there. So that's the lowest one. I ain't gonna be able to keep nothing that small, but you know, I just try
Yeah.
to keep them low. It's
They
nice having
couldn't.
these lights too, though, because I can get them a little bit closer to the light. I'm not really worried about it necessarily. And if you
Yeah.
get too close, I just cut the light down.
Okay. You you trellising?
I am, bro, but I'm trying to hold off until the last minute, bro, because I still be needing to get in and get out. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
If a dripper clog, I need to be able to get in there. If you know, what I'm saying, I still got some leaves to take off of these here in the next couple weeks. So probably in like 2 weeks, I'll just trellis. I won't be trellising. You know, so I'll be using it for just that trellis and not necessarily for stroking it out, but more for support.
Hell yeah. I feel it.
Yeah.
These buckets, man. To be honest with you, I think that I'm gonna keep running this tent like this because I like this. It's easy, it's simple. I literally just fill up my res right here and shoot it straight into the tent. Fresh res every day. It's pretty simple. Uh, but that bigger room, bro, I think I'm gonna go to something different, more
And they're
traditional
they're
style.
controlled by your controller, right? Both the tent and the room is controlled by the controller.
Nah, this tent is independent.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it ain't nothing no controls in here at all besides the timer for the light. That's about it.
So
The fans run 24/7 and that's it.
so what does the
Mhm.
controller control for you?
The controller controls this other room. This this controls this dehumidifier right here. Controls this carbon filter right here. Usually that carbon filter running 24/7 though. It controls the lights. Like I said before, the biggest thing that this controller does for me is when the room gets too warm, my lights will start dimming down because I don't have an AC inside of this room. And
Hmm.
when it's wintertime, the heat is on, so I gotta, you know, what I'm saying, I don't have like a dedicated AC like I would in the summertime. So when the temperature gets above, I believe when it gets above like 92, 93 or something like that, the lights start dimming down, and the room will cool off, and then it'll go back up, and then if it goes up again, it'll dim back down. So that's really what that's the probably the number one benefit for the controller for me right now.
Okay. Do you think it hurts the yield at all when that happens?
I think it'd hurt the yield more if the plants is just sitting here and you know what I'm saying 95-degree heat
Yeah,
opposed to the lights
definitely.
dimming down a little bit. Yeah,
They
that's what
look
I
like
think.
they
I think
look.
that'd be more detrimental.
What nutrient are you using?
Lower flex.
Floraflexin. Yeah, everything's definitely looking great. Yeah.
Yeah, I use
Frosty, what was
the
your
floor
reasons
flex.
for
I
not
mean,
stepping
everything.
it?
I'm trying to keep it simple nowadays, bro.
That's the easiest way to do it. Hey, Frosty, how come you never stepped into the extract market?
No, 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 no. Just like you said, everybody, we all got our own lane, and I'm a flower guy, man.
Me too.
I'm just a flower guy. It's just the most people just flower, man. I don't have any friends and stuff like that really be dabbing and doing all that type of shit. And I'm not with the young crowd, man. You know, the young crowd do all that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They seem to like the moon rocks and like Keith blunts and shit better. They'll go crazy over some moon rock.
Yeah, that's the
yeah.
market too.
Yeah.
Hey, I will say this though. As far as the extracts, you know, we only smoking bud to be smoking the trichomes in the first place. And while you know, maybe vaping ain't the best way to consume, but if you can ingest the trichome without having to also, you know what I'm saying, smoke the plant matter, I think that makes a big difference. So I think that trichome, or I think that extraction and I think that's the future. You know what I mean? I think that it's moving towards that direction. It's
I
still
think it'll
all. I think
definitely
it's
be
all still
around.
brand new.
It's definitely not going anywhere. But
But
that
flower
flower is
isn't
the
either.
buffer. The flower is the buffer between you getting so stoned out of your mind and your tolerance going up so high where it takes so much more to get you where you need to be. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? Like those extracts, man. People that dab, they can't smoke no more. It's like it does nothing for
Yeah,
them.
no, it's over.
And now
Yeah,
the price, their monthly prices, rent prices,
Oh
yeah,
just
for
yeah,
sure.
for you know what I
Yeah,
mean. So you got to
yeah.
really be able to afford that shit. And most people can't afford that shit
they can definitely afford an eighth though.
Yeah, I
for
feel you.
sure.
So I think that both will be around. I think the demand will
Oh, it's a market
increase.
for everything. It's a
Yeah,
market for
Yeah, for
all
sure.
that stuff, man.
It definitely is. It's a
Yeah.
huge market.
everybody's gonna want something. I know I can't dab for shit. I'll be stuck on my couch for 19 hours.
Yeah. Well, and then another thing, like me personally, I'm a barber, right? So
Hmm.
I don't want to be offensive to somebody because I'm in people's face all day. You know what I mean? So I don't
Hmm.
want to be in their face with blunt breath and my hands smelling like tree. You know what I'm saying? So that
Yeah.
worked. It worked a little bit better for me. I remember last night you was talking about the vapes. Like anybody about to pull out no vape pen, but I'm the guy that pull out the vape pen, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like shit, I'm
Well,
about to
that's
hit the
because of your
vape
business. Hell yeah.
between work. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. Hit it real quick. Get my little buzz right after lunch or whatever. Go
Yep.
back to work. You know what I'm saying? And I wash my hands anyway. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still not super offensive to somebody that may be offensive to. You know what I mean?
No,
Definite.
vaping is great. Vaping is great for that. You know what I mean? To
Hmm.
keep it low. You know, keep it low. A lot of post office people always asked about the vape pens and shit like that.
Yep.
But yeah, man. You smoking
I don't.
cigarettes?
Yeah, I smoke squares too.
I thought that was a joint.
I hope you stop. I hope you stop one day.
Yeah, bro.
Just
It's
gotta put just
man.
gotta put that
It's
out
like
there.
yeah, bro. Man, I say it every year. Like, oh, I'm about to stop smoking. I definitely slowed down a lot from what I used to. I don't smoke. I don't smoke squares, and I don't smoke. I don't even smoke joints as much as I used to be honest. But yeah, I definitely slowed down a little bit. But I smoke cigarettes more when I started drinking. When I started drinking, I started smoking cigarettes. All I got to do is have a beer, bro, and I'm looking for a cigarette.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed the two normally go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep. But hey, it's another year and it's another chance to get over that hurdle. But we all good?
Oh yeah, man. I don't know if I got any more questions, but that's all I had to show. I just wanted to update you on what was going on and let you see
Yeah,
where
they
it's at.
starting to take off.
Yeah, they done really took off, bro. Really took off.
What?
Where's your water draining to?
They're draining to the floor, draining in the back.
Oh, that's cool. Cool.
Yeah, I
Hell
got like a
yeah.
little reservoir room. I guess I can show you that real quick. I got like a little reservoir room where everything is drained back.
That's what I'm missing, man. A floor drain. That'd be a wonder.
Man, that's next level right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Help a whole lot.
Just might be funny. But yeah, it just comes, it runs out, comes in through there. I don't know if y'all can really see it. It's kind of dark, but yeah, go straight to the floor drain.
Okay.
Okay.
Little bedroom.
That's a nice benefit to have right there.
Hell yeah, it is.
Little phones, man. It's just a little small little operation, man. It ain't nothing major. But,
Hey, man, you make it major.
That's a fact. I don't get as long as you're growing, you good.
right,
Hell
That's the
yeah.
floor. That's the floor flex dome thing.
Oh man, this is the best little floor. I don't know. I know Frosty, you use the auto cloner or whatever, but this little dome is dope, man.
That's the one
Uh,
from Floor Flex.
yeah, yeah, these are nice, bro. Really nice. Probably the best dome I had.
Yeah, you normally got to cut the bottoms off for the lid to sit right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Frosty,
I just
bro.
don't like domes, man, because domes you You're doing too. It's like it's doing too much, man. You gotta harden them off. You gotta get them used to the air again and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I throw them in the
Definitely.
cloner. They end up with the mix with everything else, sitting there 7 days, 10 days. They done. Put them in that shit. They ain't gotta acclimate to nothing. Nothing. It's
I
just
had a
simple.
bad experience with them, bro. I've had multiple bad experiences with them. Where
You
like the
let the water
water,
get too cold.
yeah,
That's it.
nah, the water was
That's
getting too warm, bro.
See, bro,
or
that's
that.
what I was saying. I always thought my temperatures in veg was too warm to run them.
Yeah, my water get way too warm, bro.
What
And
what what temperature is it on the outside?
I don't know, bro. I don't. I mean, the temperature on the outside definitely influences it, but what influences
Okay,
more
so
is
here's the thing about the
having a pump
cloner.
inside the water
Here's the thing
running
about
twenty
that.
four seven.
15 minutes on, 15 off. You never run 24/7. That's the key. 15 on,
Okay.
15 off. And then you don't have no problems. It come on for a minute, shut off. And that
Yeah,
helps the roots also. When the roots start, it starts searching for that water. So it start growing more. And then it come
yeah.
back on
I
15 minutes and go off. So that's the key
Okay.
to it.
Yeah, and I
Boom.
had success doing it that way too.
Yeah,
But
that's the
another
key
problem I
to it.
had with the cloner is that the little clone rings, bro, they was my plants were dampening off right there at the tip. Like they would start dampening off, uh, right where the stem meets the clone collar and comes
Yeah.
up. Like that started dampening off on me, bro. And that's happened almost every single time I've used.
Dampening off. What you mean? Like it'll
Like the stem will start like it'll start rotting off right there at the very tip of that joint. I mean, I don't really know what the reason is
yeah.
behind it,
The reason
but
behind that is just that temperature. That temperature is probably too warm.
hmm,
And that's
so
That's
probably from
probably what
running
that
it
was.
24/7, right?
Yeah, wet as warm as water, warm stem over and over and over. You
Yeah,
can't
it'll
do it
build pythium.
24/7.
It'll build
Can't do it
pythium.
24/7.
That's where I went wrong right there. I'm thinking I just gotta let this thing run. Nope.
Nah, hell no.
I
Any
think I
pumps?
only got like a little 9 site cloner though. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have that much water volume anyway. So the water heat up so fast. You got a bigger cloner. You can get away with it a little bit more because you got more
Yeah, because I
water
put
volume.
like 3, 4 gallons of water in there.
Yeah, see, mine only take 1 gallon.
Got you.
I think I had a
Yeah,
small one too. That could have been an issue.
yeah. Cause I've been trying all types of stuff, bro. I've had success in that cloner, but I've had more failures than success for sure.
I
Now I'm
feel it.
going
I
back
feel
to
it.
it. I'll tell you that to get rid of them damn domes and having the hardened clones off and all of that. That'll be much
Easy.
easier. Now that I know the
15
technique
minutes
to
on,
it, I see
15
where I was
off,
going
man.
wrong. Yeah, I see where I was going wrong. That's gonna make it a little bit easier to deal with. I just thought my temperatures were too warm, and no, that's not the case. I'm warming the water up even more by
With that
running it
pump.
24/7. Yep.
Yeah. If your temperature's in veg like 78, 77,
Yep.
80, it's perfect. Don't even trip. That's just fine. Just 15 on, 15 off.
Yep. Boom. Now I know what to do.
Hell yeah. And that's like set it and forget it. All you got to do with these cloners is after each run, just clean out the little nozzles.
Now,
That's the only
so
thing. Just
you
clean
you
out the
use the
nozzles.
spray cloner, the where it got the
Huh?
spray. You use the one with the sprayers on it.
Yeah, like the little nozzles on it. They just
Yeah,
spray up. Yeah.
yeah. Okay,
Yep, that'll work perfect right there.
that's good info. Frosty, bro, I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit your DM or over on IG about those HLG lights, bro. Even if I can't get you the price that you know what I'm saying that's better than Wolverine, I'm gonna just give you, bro, my dude's number that he's the owner, the HLG or co-owner. His name is Amit. I'll just pass his number on, and you can just talk to them directly instead of even having to
Yeah,
go
that'd
through
be cool to talk to them because, like I said, I really do want to open a store out here with their products in it and show other people how to use them and just, just spread some information because a lot of people don't know about these lights and they cheaper than the rest of them, but they perform at the top of the line.
you. Yeah, yeah,
So I'm all the way behind them, man. It's all good. I appreciate it.
yeah, no doubt, bro.
Hell yeah.
What state you out of? If you don't mind me asking.
Sure, I'll tell you in the DM.
Okay.
I'm in a red state though.
Yeah, I just wanted to see how like the temperatures, if outside temperatures affect your indoor
I'm in the
setups.
Midwest,
Okay.
so it's cold.
Get cold,
Oh,
yeah.
cold. Yeah,
Cold.
cold. That's all you can say. Just cold. And they cold a different level of cold.
Man,
Yeah,
that's a
I'm
different
originally from
level.
Michigan, so where I'm at now ain't as cold, but I'm definitely used to some
I
cold
heard
weather.
Michigan is crazy.
Yeah, it get crazy. I'm from Detroit, so I'm right off the water, bro. So
Uh,
yeah,
That's what I thought I heard in your voice from Detroit. So that's why I was asking.
definite.
yeah,
I
that's
actually
where I'm from.
got some people up there and shit. And
Yeah,
it's cold. It's cold to the motherfucker.
can't deal with that. It's cold where I'm at, and I don't like this shit. But we all good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
y'all.
All right.
Thanks for
Thank
coming
you.
on.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me, y'all.
yeah.
Yep.
Whenever you're ready and you want to do an update, just let me know. We'll get you in the building. Any last words, Frosty?
Nah, man. That's pretty much it.
All right, G.
Hell,
Well, I appreciate y'all, man. I'm about to hop back in and keep watching, though.
yeah, no,
All
we
right.
good to go. So thank you everybody for coming. Thank you for another great episode. Make sure you know the routine. Like, comment, subscribe. You already know.